All right. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Slice of Shonen Podcast. I am your host on the boat, Sailor, and it has been a while. It's really just been a week, but it's been a while since we all got to talk, got on the podcast and all that good stuff. Man, it's good to be back. Luckily, power, hopefully won't go out again. It was flickering on and off, bro. On last Sunday, it was pretty bad over on this side of town, but it could have been worse. Everyone's okay. That's all that really matters. Of course, we got some catching up to do. We got to talk about One Piece this week. We got to talk about last week's chapter of Chainsaw Man and two chapters of Kagurabachi. So we are proceeding twice over today, fellas. It's going to be a really good time. Of course, it is not just me. I have my Ensemble of Excellence here with me. Let me run down the roster here. We have the Cookin' Taco. Taco, say hi to the people.
Hi, people.
We have the Silver. Silver, say hello to the people.
Howdy, folks.
We have the me. Hey, how's it going? And of course, the Zenith Anime Manga. Zenith, say hey to the people.
Yo, how y'all doing?
Wonderful, wonderful, man. Links to his channel and his Patreon are going to be down below. Make sure you guys go check those out. We really appreciate that. Housekeeping notes. I dropped my Just Listen to the Song video last week.
It was good.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. If you haven't seen that one, highly suggest you go watch it after this podcast, though, when this podcast is over. But highly suggest you go check that one out. I'm very proud of it. Took a little bit for that one to come out. But I'm happy with it. So go check it out, man. It's really good. It's really good. I've been working more on my JJK video. Really happy with how that's coming along. Things are moving well, being very productive again. Feels good to get the feels good to get the pen out and working, But yeah, that was fun. I don't know if I have any other housekeeping notes on my end. Fellas, do you have any housekeeping notes? Any interesting things? Any fun stuff?
No.
Damn, boring ass niggas. No, I'm kidding.
Nope.
Hey, man.
Just school shit. Mostly trying to prepare for a quiz I got on Wednesday, so I can't really go into that.
Bro, that sounds so much fun. You don't want to talk about that?
I can give you a whole lecture on electrostatics and magnetism, but I don't think anyone else wants to.
Hey, man, you never know. That shit could come in handy for the podcast. One day, fucking someone in Kagurabachi is going to have magnet powers, and I'm going to be like, Silver, the floor is yours.
Wait till Kid comes back.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. You're right, exactly. Hey, Kid's going to come back, or I'm going to be like, go ahead, Silver, explain to us how this shit works. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, hey.
All right.
Bro comes up to the mic. Magic.
Yeah, magic. Nano.
Don't be expecting too much. I may be taking electromagnetics, but that doesn't mean I understand electromagnetics.
Hey, you know more than me, my nigga.
Let us know you're great.
You know more than me, man. So hey, you're my most reliable source on this information. Let me look through some of these comments and then we can get started here. We out here, true. What's up, Kevin? Late as usual, late night. You're just early. We're always on time. Thank you very much. Who will not go out again? Hey, man. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. You know what I'm saying? She was just mentioned again. Don't worry about that. Welcome back, everyone. Thank you, Shady. Thank you. Or Shady. Hopefully I'm not disrespecting you. Damn. Yo, those winds cracked one of the biggest trees in my yard. Dude, that's what I was worried about. I was so scared. That's scary as fuck on your end. Hopefully nothing too crazy happened from that, but I would look in my backyard. We have a lot of big ass trees back there. We're like on the edge of the woods. So I was just like, oh boy. Well, they were going a little bit. They were wobbling a little bit. They were shaking, but luckily things seem to be fine for right now. Hopefully nothing too crazy went on with the tree that got cracked over on your end. Bro's about to unlock the powers of electricity and magnetic forces. Silver of the Electro Pulse got a nice ring to it. Silver, what you think? You know, this is your chance to franchise. How you feeling about that? Okay.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it sounds gas, but still.
Bro, listen. That's just how it is, man. I think that's a good start for your franchising. You know what I'm saying? I think that's a good opportunity. Later than the Ensemble of Lateness, am I a fraud? Bro, what did I just say? We're
Probably.
always on time. But yeah, you are a fraud. Yeah, I do agree. You are a fraud. One of the worst courses I've had. Hey, pray for you, brother. I'm praying for you.
Yeah.
Grandpa Sailor,
it's not worth
be
it.
nice to the
Mechanics,
young
I'll tell you that.
Quantum mechanics sounds fucking crazy. I'm not gonna lie. That
I
shit
had to
sounds
take that shit twice, and now I have to take it a third time.
Holy shit, bro. Holy shit. Bro, so that means you have like triple the knowledge. So that means you're definitely our source of information.
You'd think that, yes. I can see how you would think that. But bear in mind, the only reason I had to take it the second time was because I failed it the first time. Now I'm doing this at a graduate level, so...
At a graduate level? Oh, shit. Damn, bro. They threw you into the deep end with that one. I ain't gonna lie. Sheesh. Hey, man, but it's okay.
Yep.
As our number one source for these types of things, I feel like you'll succeed. You will prosper where others fail. I have faith. I recently brought the Chainsaw Man Part 1 box set. Almost forgot how peak Part 1 is. It's so fucking good, dude.
It's so good.
Part 1 is like, it's like unfair how fucking good Part 1 is. It's so good, man. As someone who reread it not too long ago, sheesh, bro. Sheesh. Love that shit.
Part 1 of Chainsaw Man is just one of my most reread things ever.
I think it's getting up there for me too, because it's such a fast read. And it's so good every time. It's so good. Quantum mechanics is barely physics. It's just math bullshit. Hey, man. It's bullshit all the same.
I remember I took like a class on that. And it was like it was in my final year. So I'm like, this has nothing to do with what I'm majoring. But sure, this looks interesting. I'll try it out. Dude, I just dropped it because I'm like, nah, I don't got time for this shit. I do, like, if this was my main thing, hell yeah, I'm down to learn. But like, as a side thing, no way, bro.
No way, yeah, bro.
No, I have to actually, like, I have shit to pass. No.
Bro's gonna unlock the secrets of the universe as a pastime.
That's what I'm
crazy
saying,
as
bro. Bro wanted to become an X-Men, bro, just in his free time. What the hell? No way. They said sink or sink, ain't no swimming your way out of this one.
The lesson is know what you're doing. Because like I didn't know. I'm like, yeah, if it was like a major thing, sure, I'm going all in, but not as like a side thing. Not worth it. But
oh yeah, all right, man. I just took a sip of my protein shake. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling powered up, chat. I'm feeling very strong. I'm like Popeye with the spinach. So let's jump right into the podcast here. Let's talk about our first chapter of the week. One New Pisua, chapter 1140. Fellas, how are you feeling about this one?
It was a good chapter.
Good. It's pretty good.
You're not gonna, we're not gonna start agenda piecing here,
What agenda do you have?
What agenda? What agenda do you have?
Yeah, I mean,
what's your agenda?
I mean, you always
take a
know
guess,
what my
but-
agenda is.
All right,
I didn't think we'd get into it so soon. But my guy Road, man. Let's talk about it, chat.
I will say I did see a post that was where it was the look out Luffy panel, and people just comparing it to the big one. Dodge Kaido.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it was like a 1-to-1 replica, bro. Hey, this is how it is. But my guy Road, man. I'm happy.
He certainly
other people,
warmed that bench. It was crazy.
I'm happy other people saw the vision because I thought about it when I first read this chapter, and I'm happy other people saw it too. The Church of Road is growing. You see, a lot of people were saying like, man, Road didn't really have that much of a reaction to Luffy going Gear 5. And that's the thing, chat. Why would he have a reaction to a fraud? He already has Loki on the island. He's seen these frauds before. He's caught fraudulence in 4K. If he really, think about it, if he really wanted to see the sun god, he would just look in a mirror.
Oh, guy. You've come at a great time.
You've come at a wonderful time, man.
Yeah.
We're talking about
laying a
Road.
mirror.
Thank
Like
you.
Road
Never
has
mind.
his pants
I'm not
down
the
and
mirror.
Sailor
What
has
the hell?
gotten to work.
Hey, man, it's what I do. You want to know what's
Here's-
funny? Just this week, because I stock stuff in a grocery, so I'm like all over the place. I was like all over the floor stocking stuff on like the lowest level of the shelf. And my coworker, she passed me. She was like, every time I see you, you're on your knees. You need some knee pads. And I said, thank you, ma'am. Because she knew what time it was. She knew what time it was, man. It's just what we do when we push the road agenda. That's just how we get down, man.
What the hell is happening?
That's a story I would have told if I wanted to get shit talked.
What do you
Like,
mean?
I'm bringing that up later. I want you to know.
What's the problem, bro? Is this not a good thing? Y'all not real eaters
It's-
like me.
Here's the thing, Sailor. I, as a big One Piece fan, I can appreciate an agenda, right?
Right.
Yeah.
right.
I can respect the agenda, but Road is weaker canonically than Nami.
What the hell? No.
If Road fought Nami, she would beat him.
That's just not true. That's just inaccurate.
Now, here's the thing to consider. Nami, because it depends how you look at it, because technically it's not Nami fighting, it's Zeus, and Zeus is Big Mom's soul.
Exactly, bro. See, now
So
you're
it's not-
understanding it.
Yeah, but
It's
she
not-
finessed it, so it's
Yeah,
like,
she finessed it.
No, she didn't
Fair
finesse
play.
anything. She's a thug, a degenerate, a delinquent that needs to be locked in the lowest level of Impel Down. We're gonna
It's called,
congratulate stealing, huh? Is that what
But
we're gonna
it's
do?
the kids call it a devious
I mean,
sailor.
It's called a weapon. It ain't like Zoro made his swords.
No,
yeah, he
man.
grave robbed Odin.
Exactly, bro. We're gonna give props to grave robbers and thugs. Is that what we're gonna do? That's
mean-
what we're
Yeah.
doing.
In fairness,
when they win.
well, I mean, this is a manga about piracy, so it's kinda. Yeah.
But through
So
the
she's
darkness,
a better pirate.
through the darkness, the shining light is Road. I think we really need to understand what series we're talking about here, okay? One Piece, a series that is framed around the sun god and how he's affected all of these people throughout the history of One Piece. I think we really need to understand what exactly we're talking about. It's Road. Road is the core part of the story, so it really would not make any sense to just sit back and be like, well, it's about piracy. It's about the light shining through the darkness and bringing forth the dawn. Am I right, gamers? Am I right? Thank you, man. Thank
Not
you.
really.
I feel
no.
like I'm
Okay.
in a cult.
What? What the hell do you mean a cult, brother? This is just a wonderful side of a wonderful piece of the agenda. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I think
We're a
it's
glorious
exactly what
god
a
that
person in a
nobody's
cult
ever
would
seen
say.
before.
well, we see
And
our
think about
glorious
it.
king.
You too can get in on the salvation for a small donation to Sailor Clout.
Listen, man, people are spreading the
The
good word
Church
all
of
around.
For
Sailorology.
500 YouTube bits.
For 500 of them bones, yeah.
Yeah,
No.
you too can guarantee eternal salvation.
Nah, listen, chat. As
It-
long as you're
the-
preaching the good
hands
word,
of
that's all
wrath.
the currency I need. Because time, that is our biggest currency. Slowly, it is marching forward. We are marching towards our deaths, everlasting, without us even wanting it to happen. But still, we do not let this bitch of an earth conquer us. Still, we press on and push forward in our ambition. Still, we spread the good word that is Road.
Well,
Mm.
Can I say something?
What's that?
My problem with the road agenda is like, okay, let me give an example of like an agenda that's bad but is really good at the same time. Apu would no diff Shanks because Shanks can't plug both of his ears.
I agree with that. I think that's true.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah.
That sounds right. One Piece is a series about like it features a lot of alternative ways of fighting, and Eren is stronger than Luffy, but he's made out of rubber, so it doesn't matter. Allah.
Yeah, so like Apu would no diff Shanks because Shanks can't cover both of his. He can't cover his ears, so it's like Apu would just kill him. The problem with Road is he doesn't do anything.
What do you mean he doesn't do anything? He protects the island of Elbaf before those thugs attacked him. He becomes friends with people. He tells us the history of the sun god and how everybody has these different variants of him because everyone wants to be like him, but they really can't be because they're not like him. And then he brings them to the castle where the key resides and points out the Satanist circle that's being summoned here. And then it's Luffy's thug ass who is like, this looks mighty familiar, but I can't put my finger on it. It's his fault that these thugs are gonna be doing whatever they want later on in the island, man. It's fucked up.
Sailor, buddy, I will give you this. You have a truly original agenda.
Hey, thanks, man.
That's not a good thing.
I haven't seen anyone. I haven't seen anyone on Twitter. Think about that. Not a single person on Twitter has been singing the good word.
Yeah, but Twitter sucks.
I think it's impressive.
Exactly.
What?
None of them have stooped this low.
I think it's impressive because if you look at Road, you'll notice he has a sword on his back, and it's never left its sheath. He's never once used it.
Oh, brother, but your goat got a sword in the last arc and he barely did anything with it. What are we talking about?
He punched somebody with it.
Yeah,
He punched someone with a sword? Get the fuck out of here, bro. No, he just held it. He held this firmly grasped it. He held the sword in his hands and used his knuckles to punch someone in the face like he always does. Get the fuck out of here, bro. He didn't use the sword at all, man. Man. But what else can we expect? The land of Wano, the land of fucking frauds. Where else is he supposed to learn swordsmanship? Nowhere, man. He's cooked. Fuck, bro.
Rhodes' record is currently 0-2. He hasn't won a single fight.
He's won many of them. They were just off screen. You weren't there for that. His off screen hockey's crazy.
His off screen hockey's great. Dude, can you imagine if like we come oh wait, hold on.
See, that's the off screen hockey right there.
No, I just noticed Jigga was waiting.
Oh, hi Jigga. You've been summoned. We summoned the God Knight Circle. We brought you in.
We're in the part of the circle where we pretend, or we're in the part of the podcast where we pretend to give a shit about Road.
Okay, but clearly you do because you're still trying to debate me on it. So like, I feel like if you wanted to pretend that you didn't care, you just wouldn't say anything about it and let me go. But clearly you do care.
This is Road is the kind of character where if I was reading One Piece now for the first time, or even like a year from now, and like I read through all of Elbaf and I'm like, oh, Elbaf was so good. Road is the kind of character that like I would not have given a second thought about. Like, I wouldn't have cared about it at all. But now he is going to live on in my memory.
And that's
one way or another. Yeah. So, in a way, hats off to you. You have successfully recreated the bobbin of the fucking Elbaf.
Hey, man, all I'm saying is, when we get a volume cover with Road on it, just know. Just know. We know.
He's going to be your PFP for like a month.
Just know.
Well, clearly, we're never going to know then.
Just know we've been manifesting here in the church, and then it comes out, and it's gonna be.
We've been manifesting. That's called praying.
Exactly, bro. What the hell?
When you do it in a church, it's called a prayer.
Exactly, bro. That's just how we do it. You know, we've been manifesting, we've been praying, we've gotten together many a nights, and we have prayed to Oda just please do right by our glorious king. And when it happens, it's going to set the world on fire, man. It's going to be the most broad volume of One Piece that the world has ever seen. Yeah, because you're not a believer.
I'm not going to say much about the whole road thing because, admittedly, it just gives me time to just read the other chapters that I didn't beforehand. So, go off.
See, that's what it looks like to not care. Clearly, y'all niggas care. Y'all wouldn't be trying to argue my agenda.
Talk about road for approximately 1 Kagura billion minutes.
Yeah. I'm on Kagura time, buddy.
Hey, man. When you're a follower of Road, you're diligent, and you read the chapters before you showed up to the podcast.
I've been wrong in the past.
We know.
But I don't think Road's getting on a fucking volume cover.
See, now you're wrong right now. What the hell?
I think it's possible he'll be like one of like the little boxes. Like I think that's
he puts like a
he'll be on there. It's gonna be awesome.
Technically speaking, you will be correct. He will be there.
What do you mean technically? He's gonna be on the cover.
Yeah, but like you're talking about it like he's gonna be front and center, the star of the show. I don't know about that. I think he's gonna get exactly as much space on the volume cover as like the Scabbards did.
Okay,
you mean right next to the main character, front and center?
If he was gonna be on the volume cover, wouldn't it be the new one that's coming out? Because those are like the chapters where he matters the most. And he's
because he was aura farming in those. He had the mask. He was mysterious.
So he's never getting on.
Isn't aura farming a bad thing?
No, it's a good thing.
Yeah,
that can't be true.
When context?
That can't.
What do you mean since when, bro? Aura farming's always a good thing.
What the fuck?
Yeah, so Scopper Gaban.
Yeah, he's in the chat right here.
Yeah. All right. I guess we can get into the rest of the chapter. Yeah, all right.
Axeman.
Yeah, how are we feeling about the Axeman?
I forgot that this is One Piece. I thought this was gonna be a fight that lasted more than 4 pages. That's all me. I'm the idiot.
I thought
I like to call one of those clashes.
I thought it was good. I thought it was a lot.
No,
of
it's
fun.
neat. It's just like I actually thought it was gonna be like the whole chapter. Like I feel like
it's one of those things where it's like Oda can't make any of them look that bad.
Yeah,
because you can't hype up Scopper Gaban to just have Luffy just take the key from him like instantly, and it's like Scopper Gaban definitely has the upper hand in most of the fight, but also it's like Luffy and Zoro weren't trying until the very end.
Yeah,
and when they did start trying,
he's like, I'm out.
Yeah, he's just like, all right, I get it. So it's like
he's about to get all goofy in here.
Yeah,
this makes the most sense for how it went. I will say though, his like cutting the castle up is like pretty cool. Because like
it was dope.
That's a huge.
That's a giant's castle.
Yeah, like that's pretty big.
Bro, that's the Mountain Eater getting to work.
We've seen more impressive feats, but it's still cool.
It's cool presentation.
Mm-hmm. I like the way Oda like shows it dropping all the way down to the underworld and then it crashes. It's cool. I like the way Luffy looks with his Gear 5 with the Elbaf outfit on, where the horns just like are on his head.
Yeah, I like that. That looks really sick.
Yeah, it's really cool, man. I like him. He just randomly pulled out an axe too. He's like, "Okay, you're gonna swing those shits at me. I'll show you how to use one." That's cool. I mean, I think he just had it on his back for his Elbaf design, but if not, he could literally just toon force an axe in his hand. So it really doesn't matter.
Is it just me? Because maybe I'm just completely wrong, but is like the whole like white effect of his power also affecting the axe?
No, it is.
Kind of looks like it.
Yeah,
because you can see the axe on his back, like earlier, like on page 4. If you look at the bottom, you can see the axe on his back, and it looks like a normal axe. So when he pulls it out later, it is fully white.
Interesting. So another case of Luffy actually using a weapon that's on his back. Cool.
He didn't even get to use it.
What would it matter? He would still find a way to punch.
He was still gonna punch with it.
Exactly. Using it.
He didn't even get to use it. This isn't even something you get to argue.
He is an Axeman now, after all.
Oh, brother, it's the hockey man debate all over again. But yeah, it was really cool. It took me back to when like Whole Cake Island, where it's like you got to be focused and concentrated in fights or else you're gonna get fucked up. So as soon as I saw Luffy just like getting all irritated too quickly, I was like, okay, I see his deal. Especially since Scopper Gaban, like just last chapter, was like, I like to do a bit of trolling, so like it totally fits his fight style to just be a snarky asshole through a battle and just get the upper hand that way. But yeah, it was really cool because again, like Luffy just seemed like he was just bullshitting that entire time, and as soon as Scopper sort of took it a little serious, where he pulled out that one move, he was like, okay, all right, man, let's chill the fuck out for a second. I love that Zoro jumped in too. That was nice. I hope we
Zoro,
get more fights with them together.
Zoro, you gotta help me. I don't know, Luffy. I don't know if I want to waste my time fighting this guy. But Zoro, he's in a mixed race couple. What?
He's in a what?
What sword style?
You know, that's the craziest part. He teamed up with his captain. Now he's all white, bro. He's about to go in. He's about to take that shit down, man. He can't be having that.
It's a good thing that you're. Well, Luffy, it's a good thing in this forum you're, free? Yeah, free.
Yeah. You know, whenever Luffy goes into Gear 5, I just feel safer around the guy, Like,
Well, one of my favorite parts of the chapter is like the little flashback we see of Shanks and
Gaban.
Scopper.
Yeah.
Where clearly Shanks was probably talking about Luffy, and he was just like, oh, I think he's going to be Pirate King. He's the next successor, yada, yada, yada. And Scopper obviously never met Luffy, doesn't know anything about Luffy, so he's like, what makes you think I'm going to trust this guy? And then Shanks is just like, do whatever you want. And clearly Scopper just likes Luffy instantly.
Yeah.
Like, pretty much as soon as he meets him, he just likes him. So it's like, I think that's funny that
It's really
he's
cute.
playing like, well, how do you know I'm even going to trust this guy? And it's just instantly, he's like, yeah, I like him.
Yeah. Fuck it. The fate of the world's in your hands. Go ahead.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's the vibe check, yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's like, what if I hate him? Never mind, he passed.
Never mind. His vibes are too infectious. Yeah. I like that one a lot. Scopper, I'm very excited to see him again. Even if he doesn't show up until like the very end of the arc again, he left a very positive impression on me. He's really cool. So I'm very excited to see him later.
Well, I'm curious, like, how is the conflict of this arc going to play out? Because I believe Shamrock is strong enough to be like a major threat, but he's leaving. And I don't think
that's what I was going to say. I don't think
he's
he's coming back either.
Did not see. I will say.
Because I think it was Morge, but I saw other people say this too. But they think he's going back to Mary Joa 4 is because Garling was the supreme commander of the Holy Knights, and then Shamrock was just like the commander. So Garling was still the one in charge of the Holy Knights, and then Shamrock was probably the one that was like in charge, like out in the field. But Garling just got promoted to Gorosei. So what people are theorizing is Shamrock, the reason why he has to go back is because now he's going to get Garling's old position. He will be the supreme commander of the Holy Knights.
That makes sense.
So do they they gotta like do a no, because that probably maybe that does link into like how Emu passes his powers, because at first I'm just like, bro, just send a messenger pigeon, you got promoted, nigga. But like maybe that does like maybe Garling did have some shit on him before he became a Gorosei. Like maybe he had some of Emu's power in his position, and then when he joined the Gorosei he got even more, he got to that Gorosei level. So maybe now, if that's the case, we might see exactly how Emu spreads his power, and we might get a hint on how to actually like beat him, sort of like Joy Boy knocking him out in
is that the ceremony? And
well,
like, you were the supreme commander, and he's like, this could have been a fucking
well, what I think what it's more likely is just the supreme commander doesn't do field work.
Really?
Like, I think because Garling was killing in Mary Jo, and I think what it was, because from what we've seen, when the I forget his name, but the Don Quixote family member, the good one that was like protecting Shirahoshi and stuff.
Oh yeah.
When him and the other celestial dragons got into a fight, Garling was the one that made the decision to execute him. So it's like Garling had authority over, because all the celestial dragons are equal, technically. So if there's a dispute between them, it falls onto, assumedly, the supreme commander of the Holy Knights. They solve all the issues relating to the celestial dragons because they have higher authority, and the Gorosei are too busy dealing with the entire world to like focus on petty shit like that. And they specifically mention how bad the situation is in Mary Joa because of the food stuff, which is funny because they say like they're starving and they're not. Like they still have food.
They missed a meal. They're just like, it's over.
They're missing their midnight snacks and shit. So it's like Mary Joa is in like a very shitty position right now. The celestial dragons are all freaking out. Well, you need someone to like take charge and like figure shit out. And like I said, the Gorosei are doing other stuff. So it's like I imagine they're bringing him back to promote him, and then he's going to be in charge of like everything that's going on to like fix it. So I don't think he's coming back. I think these three members are the three members that we're going to have for the rest of the arc.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I guess that's a very good point.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was the other thing I was about to bring up then. Yeah, no, because I was about to bring that up next. So it's like, because we were also theorizing about how this would go down for like Shamrock to meet Luffy, because like obviously Luffy's going to realize immediately this guy is not Shanks. And it's like, it was going to be an exciting match for that, but clearly that's not going to happen yet. He's just going to immediately go back.
Luffy can't I guess so. Shanks' brother,
it's a bit of a letdown.
What the fuck? Yeah, I thought for sure that I thought like even if Shamrock got promoted, I thought they'd be like, all right, shit's getting crazy right now, so Shamrock, please just do something, bro. Please just handle something. But if it is like you were talking about, Taco, that also makes a lot of sense to them to just bring him back home and be like, can you please just babysit these niggas, man? We got stuff going on. Please just take care of them. Please. Do what you gotta do.
We're busy thinking about the first time we left this goddamn castle in decades. We got our asses beat by someone who doesn't even exist.
We not posting that shit, bro.
So it makes me wonder, how powerful are these three Holy Knights?
Yeah.
Gunko,
these guys are gonna set like the standard of like the average Holy Knight.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's I'm curious.
So
killing him, I'm definitely curious about, because like that guy's definitely a mythical zone. I'm pretty much convinced that guy's got like a Kirin in Devil Fruit.
He's a Kirin, because consider this: his name is Saint Killingham, but because it's Japanese, the L's can also be read as an R, so his name is Saint Kiringham.
Yeah.
So and he looks like a Kirin, so I'm pretty sure he's just a Kirin. Which, to be honest, I don't know what Kirins do.
They stream.
According to Monster Hunter, they summon lightning.
Yeah.
Also, according to Naruto.
That's true. Oh, yeah, Naruto, they are lightning.
Now, I'm not gonna
Sasuke
pretend
made that didn't work.
Yeah. The Vegeta technique created awesome.
Yeah. Unfortunately,
attack, use it once, doesn't do anything.
It falls into the category of like sickest attack ever that did nothing.
Hey man, gotta show the feats off somehow.
So it's like hearing him most likely has mythical zone Kirin Delfruit, which should be extremely powerful.
Yeah.
And then Gunko has the arrow fruit, which doesn't seem super powerful, but also I'm sure it's like strong. Like she seems strong.
She might be a really good support. Like depending on these guys' powers and stuff, like she might be a crazy support.
I think Saint Summers is probably going to be the one to watch out for.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
He gives me the impression that he's probably the strongest one here now.
Well, he wears his coat like a strong One Piece character.
Yeah, he's got the fit on.
He's got that shit on, bro.
You're so right about that, and that pisses me off. Sorry. Random ass Marine, you're only allowed to wear it on your shoulders if you're at least this strong.
If you
What's
like
your
that.
bounty?
I think the logic is that like generally you gotta wear it normally because that's regulations. But if you're strong enough, who's gonna tell you to wear it normally?
You need to have enough Conqueror's hockey to make it stay on your shoulders.
Exactly.
Yeah, bro. The drip is immaculate, bro.
And that's where you have some fake ass characters that just glue that shit on.
That's the fucking Conqueror's
That's the
coating,
type of shit
bro.
Road would do.
That's the Conqueror's
equivalent. That's the Conqueror's equivalent of painting the sword black.
Bro, my hockey is so strong the shoulder don't even the coat don't even touch my shoulders, bro. It's just flowing off that bitch.
Well, because what I'm wondering is gonna happen, like, I wonder if it's gonna be the situation where, like, because their goal isn't to kill the Straw Hats, it's just to kidnap the children.
Do they even know they're here right now?
Yeah, they know. They knew the Straw Hats were going to
Elbaf. That is true. I think they also touched down and like they started like looking at the Straw Hats or whatever, or they started talking about them or something. Like they mentioned they were here.
Yeah, so they don't. They're probably going to try to avoid direct conflict. They're probably just going to try to kidnap the kids and Pip. And I'm wondering if what's going to end up happening is Luffy frees Loki, and Loki ends up not being like a super big villain or anything, but Luffy and Loki end up like coming to blows a bit, and it kind of distracts Luffy long enough that like the Celestial Dragons can like execute their plan. Because like if Luffy finds out what's going on, he's just going to stop him. I feel like Luffy's strong enough now that I don't know if like if Luffy, Zoro, and Sanji are instantly on these three, I think they just win.
I think so.
You know?
Yeah, there definitely needs to be something to distract them for a minute.
And I think
or
Loki would be a good distraction, even
That's
if
a
it's
very
like
good guess.
Because and then it'll be a situation where once they realize like, oh shit, we need to stop fighting, then they can go stop the Celestial Dragons.
Yeah, that's the case where like the Loki's obviously gonna be like, oh shit, they're stealing our kids.
Mhm.
And then ideally, I'm sure he has a problem with that, you know.
Probably.
Probably.
Better.
I kill people and burn down shit, but kidnapping children, that's where I draw the line. No thanks.
That shit ain't.
Oh,
cool.
actually,
Imagine.
Zenith brought this up when we were talking about the chapter when it first came out, but because my theory that I told before is that King Harald was working with the government, and St. Summers makes the comment where he's like, why are you here in Elbaf? You visiting Harald's grave, the Shamrock. And it's like, I feel like...
It's a weird thing to say if there was no connection.
Yeah.
I feel like it just guaranteed there was a connection there.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
The summoning circle was in the throne room.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
It's like, I think they haven't just outright said, yeah, King Harald was working for the government. But like at this point, I feel like it's pretty safe.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Right, because like again, these are the gods of knights. Why would they even know about Harald, or even bother knowing his name if they didn't know him?
Mm-hmm.
He's just being respectful, bro.
Yeah, he's dead.
Yeah. Doesn't Shamrock seem like
that?
the kind of nice guy who would care?
Well, another
man.
detail that because I just recently reread it. I had it and a little detail that like it's like quickly stated, so I think people have kind of forgotten it, but it is stated that when Loki killed Harald, everyone died except Loki. Every single giant who was involved like in that conflict died. Everyone who was inside the throne room when it happened is dead except Loki, because like the rest of the giants attacked Loki after the fact, but like specifically the battle that took place in the throne room, Loki's the only one that survived. So like what actually happened, the only person who knows is Loki.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, don't forget there is Jarl, but there is Jarl too. Apparently he was there, but remember he does have like a sword going through his brain, so you know.
But I'm pretty sure they specifically say like no one in the throne room like survived. Like, so even he wasn't in the throne room when it happened. Let me try to find that.
Yeah, I
He
was
was just outside.
I trust you, bro.
To be fair, yeah, it's just like he just walks in. He's like, "What's going on?" Jesus Christ! Holy
This is new.
shit!
This is new.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a good day, man. What the hell's going on here? Yeah. So even if he did show up later, I feel it.
No, King Harald, you were just a few weeks from retirement.
Hey man, if you're a few weeks from retirement in anime, you're
As was everyone else in this room.
They were about to retire after tonight, actually.
Okay, Silver's actually right. So what Rhodes says is this. This is chapter 1137, page 5. He says, Luffy says it's like a giant graveyard because they're walking into the castle. And then Rhodes says, yes, naturally. There were many soldiers in the castle. Loki slew over 100 stout warriors that day. The only survivors among the castle were Chief Jarl and Loki himself. It was such a shocking and bloody scene that it was agreed the castle should be sealed and left untouched afterward. So, yeah, Jarl and Loki are the only 2 survivors, and Jarl has a sword through his head. So it's possible he forgot, like, what exactly happened in that fight.
Hey, but it kept him alive, though, man. It kept him alive.
Yeah, well, his helmet kept him alive. His helmet protected him.
Yeah, his helmet protected him. Yeah. So yeah, it could be that our only reliable narrator here is just Loki, and it's going to be really interesting to see if people want to believe him or not, especially with his whole reputation currently. That and now
I know how you guys feel about me and murdering 100 people. But some dude named Shamrock showed up.
That's so unfortunate. His only proof is leaving the island.
And yes, he does look like... And yes, he does look exactly like Shanks.
Yeah.
By the way, someone asked in chat, what do you guys think of Loki's color scheme?
Oh, I love it. It's amazing.
I think it's so funny every time this happens.
Yeah, we brought this up last night.
Every fucking time this happens. The absolute kings of the Fell for It Again award. Like, what did you expect?
What are we talking
real
about?
quick, before we get into that, there's one other little tiny job, real quick.
Okay.
So when they go into the castle, we see the portrait of King Harald on the wall. And in that portrait, he's like holding a sword, and that sword looks almost identical to the sword that's stuck in Jarl's head.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that son of a bitch.
Oh, shit. Okay. I didn't even notice that.
That's so cool.
That's awesome. Hey, man.
Well, you fake motherfucker.
Niggas be
Wow,
fake
I'm mad now.
Hey, man, a fraud is a fraud.
Loki. Damn, Loki, I hope you twisted that shit.
Sent that shit through like a drill, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like Loki's color scheme. Well,
I love it.
I completely understand why people thought he would be blonde, because it's like Norse Viking, guy. Mm-hmm. He had, like white hair in the manga, so it's like, okay, he has light colored hair, he could be blonde. Mm-hmm. And I think he would have looked cool blonde, but also it's like, this is One Piece.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like, come on.
But I think he looks cool. I like the purple on him. I like the way his like tattoos are.
Yeah,
like,
it looks
colored
cool.
and everything.
Yeah, he looks dope as shit. I love his design.
I'm wondering what his devil fruit is, because multiple people have brought it up. I think Silver, you like the theory that he has the Fenrir devil fruit,
that was
right?
me.
Yeah, that's cool.
So there's like and I don't. How do I describe this? I think it's someone in chat. Please correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't remember super well. But it was like there's like Oda releases books that contain all of his like colored like artwork, like the covers, like the cover pages and stuff like that he does.
Oh, the color walks or something.
The color walks. Yes. The One Piece color walks. And there was one of the color walks that's named, because the color walks are named after like random shit. Like I think one's called like T-Rex, and one's called Wolf. The last one that was released was One Piece color walk for Wolf, something like that. And on the cover, it's the straw hats, and they're standing in like snow, I think. And there's a wolf that's next to them, and that wolf's fur is the exact same color as Loki's hair.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, I see it now, yeah.
Another thing is its eyes are like drawn really specifically, and we can't see Loki's eyes because they're covered by the bandages.
Right.
So people are theorizing that like, oh, Oda did that to like hint that Loki he'll have the Fenrir devil fruit. He'll be a wolf. Mythical zone wolf.
Oh yeah, I saw this post.
Yeah, the thing you're talking about as well is like in a snowy area as well, where Loki is right now.
I don't know if I fully buy that, but like that is 100% something Oda would do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like, I don't know if he did it, but I do believe he would do it.
He would pull something like this.
You will put some horse piss like this.
Horse piss like this. Some wolf piss like this.
You guys okay?
Yeah.
No, I went to bed really late.
It's a reference to a niche internet cartoon. It's fine.
Understand.
Don't worry about we're my Big Top Burger fans out there.
Where my MTV downtown fans at? Like the four of you.
Another theory I saw, and this time I made sure to save it so I know who theory it was. I gotta scroll up though.
Yeah, it's mine.
I've
been lying this whole time, guys. Yeah, I'm actually super into One Piece. It's all been.
I will. Here, Sailor. If I give you this, can you like post this guy's at? I don't know, like
in chat,
description or chat or something.
Sure, yeah.
I'll put it in general. I sent it in podcast when the chapter first came out, but it's from Urnero _X on Twitter. But he had a theory that
I like this theory.
I like it a lot.
That Gunko is a former Revolutionary Army member that got corrupted and joined the Holy Knights.
I like that one a lot.
He has some really good evidence. If you want to, if people are curious, you post his thing and you can go through his thread. But I really like this theory quite a bit, and I do just believe it's true. I do think Gunko is a former Revolutionary Army member. I think that's a good theory.
Dragon slander would be insane that week. Be like, bro, these are your
get
people.
it almost every year.
Yeah.
Okay.
The revolutionary member that did the most work, the one that's working for the bad guys.
Yeah.
Genuinely though, what if this is part of the plan?
Inside woman on the team.
Like, what if it's an inside job? Like
that would
be a crazy reveal
on the side of the revolutionaries.
And
I don't know, dude. They're led by Dragon.
That would be you could read it both ways, where it's like maybe her getting mad at people for not accepting the deal would be like, yeah, you should try to like actually survive. We're gonna win this in the end. Like, come on, survive.
I think it's more likely that she would be upset at somebody who didn't take the deal because
she took the deal. Yeah, no, I get that. I get that. I'm
No, it's because I just realized that as well.
Okay.
I mean, I didn't read the post. I saw it and I was just like,
I didn't either. I just read like the first thing.
Great.
I didn't know it was like a thread.
Yeah, he has lots of little pieces of evidence, but I think the most convincing to me is that she doesn't have Saint in front of her name.
Oh,
yep.
It's just Gunko.
It's just Gunko, and we see with Loki that commoners can be offered the position of Holy Knight and elevated to Celestial Dragons. And then like what Sky's saying, where it's like it's possible that the reason. And another thing is Gunko specifically, we see her is she's like more uptight, and like she like ridicules people more than the other celestial dragons, like calling them insects and filth and stuff. And it makes it seem like she's like less used to that position of power because she's still abusing it more, or she's like still getting used to it maybe.
Yeah,
she's like trying too hard.
Make sure she keeps that shit too. She was like trying to like tell Shamrock like we need to go, like hide your aura now, bro. We gotta go.
She's trying too hard to fit in, which would make sense if she feels like she doesn't belong because she's not really a celestial dragon.
It even makes sense a little in this chapter because when Summers came in, he was like, "Why the fuck would you summon everything in my house? Like, what was wrong with you? Why did you just summon me?"
I really like that scene.
It was really funny.
Yeah. Oh, also, this is completely unrelated into anything, but there's that small panel of Gunko in the bottom corner, or where she's blushing and she turns away. I just thought that was adorable. It has nothing to do with anything else. I just thought it was cute.
Very wholesome. Yeah. He's just like, what is your problem, man? Oh my God. Can you just chill? Jesus.
He said, Shamrock, what are you doing in my living room?
It's like, what's your problem, man? What are y'all doing here? Jesus. I love Summers already, man. He's just like, yeah, I'll show up there. What time are you coming? Give me like an hour. An hour? Yeah, that's relatable. Yeah, that's a little relatable. Yeah, true.
Gonna be a bad person, and I don't want that, but it's just what's gonna happen.
Yeah, I really doesn't want that.
I want him to just be a nice guy, but he's not a nice guy.
Not a nice guy. He's a fucking celestial dragon.
I know.
He's not gonna be a bad person. He's gonna be evil incarnate.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
One of the most nefarious Negroes you've ever seen in your life.
I know.
That's my king.
No, it's not.
It shouldn't be.
Look at my king. He's so inspirational, committing war crimes. Look at him.
Look at him go.
Average Kate Vi fan. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I love Kate Vi. They're very wholesome together. I just wanted to make that joke. Just reminded me of Ku Klux Kieran, and I'm laughing about it all over. Bro, niggas are calling her Ku Klux Kieran and Vi Salini, bro. I'm crying.
That's a new one. I didn't hear that one.
Oh my God. I'm so happy I put y'all onto that, bro. I thought y'all knew. I was crying when I saw that shit.
It's a lot.
It's a lot, man. It's a lot, yeah. But it was really good. I'm looking forward to seeing Summers. I love I just know him as Kieran now because that's what we were talking about. Let me pull up the chapter.
Killingham.
Yeah, Killingham, Killingham, same thing.
It's the same thing.
Yeah, I love his design. This fucking Zaboomafoo motherfucker. I love his design.
It's great, actually.
Much. Yeah, it's so
good.
I like it.
When I first saw
it's awesome.
Yeah, like I literally thought this was like a Sesame Street character when I first saw this.
Yeah,
shit. I don't know why.
I love that he still has his bubble helmet.
Yep, I was gonna say he still has that shit.
Which means that he's definitely gonna be the worst one there.
Well,
if he wears the bubble helmet,
he's got
he's got
the cloud around him, so like that's like isn't that the sign of like an awakening in a Zoan fruit or something?
Should be. Yeah, should be.
So,
wow, this guy might be as strong as Lucci.
Whoa.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he might be.
Zoro better watch out.
Zoro, he's got some sharp objects, bro. You better not try and fight him.
Yeah, and unfortunately, this one's not a minority. What is Zoro gonna do?
Zoro is at a disadvantage, actually, because he's like one of the top oppressors in the world. He's like, friendly fire. I can't.
Bro, that spear is
the strongest
crazy.
oppressor in history versus the strongest oppressor of today.
That spear is crazy because, like, what is the bottom knife even doing? Like,
I was thinking the same thing,
like,
bro.
Who is getting hit with that?
I was thinking the same thing.
I think it's just a cool design.
I don't know, because like even like the blade looks reversed from all the other ones too. It's like, what are we doing? Looking like a smacked ass. What are we doing here, man?
Bro just felt quirky.
I like.
I mean, clearly he's a quirky guy.
I like Saint Summer's sword has like the spikes on the guard.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't even notice
that.
That's sick.
Mm-hmm.
That's so.
it's
cool.
another like cutlass type of sword, like another saber.
Yeah.
That's cool.
He looks so fly, bro. Damn, he looks so cool. God damn, he looks so cool. But yeah, what isn't cool is them about to turn this into a game very reminiscent of Kuma's flashback. Shit is not looking good. It's not looking good at all, man. So hopefully someone can step in. They're probably not going to do anything against these three right now, but
it's important to take joy in your work, you know?
I would agree.
Also, another.
Otherwise, it's just a job to you. You know, like you gotta make it fun.
Another small detail to point out is Summers is from the Shepherd family, which is the same family that Jupiter from the Gorsei is from.
Oh,
I did not know that.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
Cool.
Well, here's the thing. There are only 19 Celestial Dragon families. I forget how many we know at this point. We know quite a few. But yeah, there's only 19 families. So eventually we will probably just know all of them.
That's
family names.
Interesting to think about that there are just within this, like, because all the Celestial
There's
Dragons.
20, but if the Nefeltari family didn't go to Mary Jo, so there's 19 families.
Yeah.
It's interesting to think about the fact that like all the Celestial Dragons suck, but within like there would be families that are just like better.
Mm-hmm.
Because like you have what family is Summers from again?
Shepherd
family.
Shepherd, okay. Like Shepherd, and like if they've got a high ranking God Knight and a Gorsei, then like obviously they're very different than whatever the fuck was it Charlos is from?
Yeah, Charlos, yeah.
Yeah.
You're in like that.
There's definitely a power dynamic there, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Garling family seems to be one of the most prominent, powerful families.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Which I would really love it if what that ends up leading to is a kind of culling of the Celestial Dragons, like in the wake of the fact that, there's this disaster at Mary. Well, there is food, but it's like
they're useless. They don't actually serve any purpose.
Exactly, yeah. Like which makes it even better because it's this idea that like, oh well, we're culling them because we have this food shortage, and like, no, you don't.
Yeah.
You have a
that's just gonna be the excuse.
Yeah, you have less food, but it's like the idea that the more prominent families would even sacrifice the less prominent families just to maintain their standard of living.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Only because technically on paper all the Celestial Dragons are even, except for you have the Supreme Commander of the Holy Knights who is in charge of settling disputes between them, and then you have the Gorsei who's at the very top. But like realistically, the Holy Knights and the Gorsei are the only ones that actually have any power.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the regular Celestial Dragons are some of the most powerful people in the world because they can go around do whatever the fuck they want. If you touch them, an admiral will show up and kill you. But like,
they don't go anywhere else in the world, really.
Well, they're just pawns. At the end of the day, they don't really serve any purpose. They could be cut. That fat could be trimmed in an instant. As soon as Emu decides they're no longer he doesn't need them anymore.
They're not,
he doesn't need them right now. Yeah, they're just there, and it's like you could get rid of them, and there would be like nothing that he loses.
It's all a chessboard. You got the pawns, the knights, and the kings, and the queens. It's all coming together.
Dragons.
As long as he has the Holy Knights and the Gorsei, he does not need the rest of them.
Yep.
Yeah, and it'd be very easy to take the Garlands and be like, bro, you want to get rid of like 12 of those families?
Mm-hmm.
And I bet that would be cool for Shamrock. If that's I would love that if he goes back. Because it would make the fact that he's leaving right now still impactful. Like more than just, oh well, now he's leaving and he becomes the Supreme Commander. It's like he leaves, becomes the Supreme Commander, and then he's just like, all right, you did.
Yeah. That would be
Like-
very reminiscent of
Yeah, like
Garling too, because when Garling pulled up to the Gorsei were like, "Oh fuck," and he was like, "Yep, there's gonna be some new things happening now, so gear up for that." So it would be something if Shamrock comes back and he's just like, "Hey Emu, I think the solution would just be to get rid of the useless ones," and Emu's like, "Sure, okay, like, yeah, fuck it, go ahead."
Lord Emu, it's crowded in here, don't you think?
Well, I think
Yeah.
because obviously it should be the members of the D clan who carry the will of Joy Boy should be the ones that defeat this, Emu and the Gorsei and the Holy Knights. Luffy, Dragon, maybe Blackbeard. We don't know what Blackbeard's goal is. He wants something from Mary Ja. He's trying to get into Mary Ja. That's what all of his plans are centered around right now. But I think it would be very fitting if a lot of the Celestial Dragons are killed, or maybe not even killed. Maybe they're just thrown out of Mary Ja with no more power. They're just stripped of their titles, and then they have to deal with the fact that they're basically regular people, and regular people aren't gonna. Regular people aren't gonna.
So what happened
with
Doflamingo's family? Yes, that was like a precursor to this. Okay, yeah.
I think that would actually be a pretty good karmic.
Yeah, that'd be pretty fitting.
Yeah, pretty fitting downfall for most of them, and then obviously the actual ones in power will be defeated by the main characters.
Big news, Morgan. Like, this just in, every celestial dragon eaten. They got eaten. All the poor people ate them.
They are dead.
It was crazy.
It's crazy, bro.
They had dragon. They had celestial souffle. They had celestial roast.
And I think because there's the scene, I forget when it happens exactly, but there's the one scene where it's Doflamingo, and he's like, "Oh, it's the Throne Wars." It's when he first declares the Throne Wars after Dressrosa. And he's like screaming, and he says, "Someone tell the Celestial Dragons that they will be dragged off their thrones," and, yada, yada, yada. And I think it would be even more impactful coming from Doflamingo if that they are stripped from their titles and thrown to the rest of the world. Because that's basically what happened to him, except it was, like his father did it on purpose. But it's like Doflamingo knows what that feels like, to be a Celestial Dragon, to have everything and then to lose it all. It's like...
Yeah. And even then with Doflamingo's dad, like, doing that purposely, Doflamingo didn't want that shit. He came down and was like, "Yo, where are the slaves? What are we doing down here? Like, what's going on here, bro? You said we were going on a field trip. What is this?" Yeah, no. So it would be very fitting, especially after that Throne Wars speech. Yeah, man. I would love that. I think that would be really
I wonder if we'll see a Don Quixote member of the Holy Knights.
Oh,
that would be crazy.
Hey, yo, Don Quixote member, if you're in the Holy Knights, free my dog, bro. Like, let him out. What are we doing? Free my dog, man. Come on. Listen.
I don't know if we want
listen.
If he sees him.
Listen, bro. Listen. He did a lot wrong, but he got that shit on, bro. Like, let him out. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to see the end game fits.
He doesn't have that shit on him anymore.
Bro.
Let my boy free. I mean, he did that shit, but let him go.
He did all of it, but still.
Honestly, he probably did more than he's charged for.
Yeah, there's more stuff you don't know about, actually.
Yeah, he did that shit. He definitely did that shit. But, let him out.
But Doflamingo...
He had that shit on while he did it,
Well, he had that shit on because he had one of the hardest fits, but now he looks like Cody from Street Fighter, which means he still has that shit on.
Bro, that is true. And Cody is still dumb powerful, man. Hey. Hey,
Cody can break out whenever he wants. When's Doflamingo gonna do that?
Listen, bro, just you wait.
When they stop giving him newspapers.
Just you wait, bro. They got the Street Fighter setups down there and Impel down. Doflamingo, he sees it. He's like, yeah, this Cody guy's kind of cool. Hey, man, he's gonna be good. He's gonna break out. It's gonna be awesome.
Dude, if Oda showed Cody in level 6 of Impel Down That would be the most fucking insane thing to ever happen. That would
That would genuinely be hilarious. I'd love that crossover.
It's so good, it leaves him speechless.
Yeah.
Cody's fucking awesome.
Yeah, pretty sick. Yeah.
And Cody is like a One Piece ass character.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Like, that is Oda's gag of just like a prisoner who can break out anytime he wants and then just goes back whenever. Like, don't worry, I'll be back. And he just comes back out, he does his thing, and then goes back to jail. You know?
Keep my cell warm when I'm out, alright?
Yeah, man. That shit would be sick.
I'll be back at Chicken Pot Pie Night.
It's Taco Tuesday. I gotta go.
Does anyone have any closing statements for the One Piece chapter? Because I'm all out. I don't have anything else to say.
It's a good chapter.
It was really good.
I guess there was one other thing. I'm looking for it right now.
Of course.
Because I feel like, I don't know what the significance of this is, but I imagine it is going to come back up. It's like how you get through the summoning thing. Where is that?
That's towards the back end. Yeah, you have to be marked. Yeah. Somebody in our chat brought it up.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Don't know what to make of that, but I feel like that's going to come up. That's all. Just throwing that out there.
Someone in our chat brought up, like, maybe it's the symbols that Summers and Kieran have on like their arms, like, because it on their uniform it has like a circle on it. All I'm saying is, if we're putting armbands on kids, ooh, I don't know if we like the imagery of that one, but you know, maybe we can just draw it on there. I mean,
I mean, realistically, it would make the most amount of sense, though. Just give him that.
No.
Here's the thing. Okay, well, let's say this: if they could get them to go through the abyss, that would be the best case scenario for them. But like, we don't want them to win.
Correct.
They're going to
right, guys.
We don't want them to win, right?
We don't want them to win. Yeah.
So they're gonna have to, they're gonna have to steal a boat, and the Straw Hats will stop them.
You mean? Oh yeah,
bro. You just realized it, bro. It's okay.
I'll tell you right now, there's gonna be a scene. I can already picture it. There's gonna be a scene that's gonna upset all the One Piece power scalers. So I'm telling you right now, there's gonna be a moment where the kids are like kidnapped, and Luffy's gonna save them, and he's gonna inspire them, and they're gonna like fight back. And I don't know what they're gonna do exactly, but if one of the giant kids like punches St. Summers in the face, like the One Piece like power scalers are gonna maul at their fucking yeah, they're gonna melt like the people at the end of fucking Crusaders when they open.
Fake child slaver, the fake gas. Big Mom would never.
But
yeah, that's just
also that is.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Big information. It's not big information, but it's like useful. We know that the pentagrams are called the Abyss pentagrams now.
Yeah. Shouts out. They're cool.
Evil ass summoning circle.
Evil ass summoning circle.
What the hell?
Evil as
the hell portal.
Yeah, the Shadow Realm, bro. Go ahead, get in there. Go ahead.
Shadow Wizard Money Gang. We love casting spells. Legalize the mother flame and nuclear bombs.
Shout out to Kaneki for the 5. Saying a prisoner that comes and goes back whenever they want. Biscuit Olivia, is that you? It might be. It might be. It might be. Devon could use the summoning circle because of Saturn. That would be hell of an entrance.
I'm not sure how that works. Yeah, I'm not really.
Yeah, I don't know if it works with Emu's. I mean, it definitely works with Emu's power, but I'm not sure like if Devon could like if she has that copy now too. I don't know, but
I'm not sure what Oda's gonna do with that, because she copied Saturn so she could turn into Saturn, but then Saturn died. So it's like,
I genuinely would not be surprised because they didn't announce that Saturn died, right?
No,
Yeah,
they
that's
never would.
no. They absolutely. I don't think.
I don't think I don't think they can do that. So I wouldn't be surprised if it is something just like, random example, but like, if it was a situation, it's just like, hey, why are you letting all of the prisoners out of Impel down? Saturn told us to. He's right here. You know, and they're like, oh, fuck. Like, you know, so it could lead to something like that where, again, it doesn't have to be the Impel down example. It could be something completely different, but it's just like, why are you guys doing this? We were just told.
We've talked about this before, but them not like telling people that Saturn died is going to be a major undoing for them.
Yes.
Like their information warfare is going to bite them back so hard on that for sure.
And it's like, because Blackbeard's plan right now, what he wants to do is he wanted to use Kobe as a bargaining chip, and now he's going to try to use Garth. He wants to blackmail the government into allowing him to be an officially recognized king of Pirate Island and become a part of the world government. And it's like, well, why does he want to do that? Well, it's like, why did he want to become a warlord? He wanted to become a warlord so he had access to Marineford and Impel Down so he could break in and break out the rest of his crew. So the reason why he wants to become an officially recognized king is because he wants access to Mary Joa. Why does he want access to Mary Joa? Who fucking knows? But like that's his plan right now. He's trying to get into Mary Joa. So I feel like him sending them to copy Saturn has to somehow be connected to them.
Absolutely, yeah. Because you have the highest order to literally do anything.
Mm-hmm.
Especially because we don't know how long that shit lasts.
He shows up to Mary Jo and he's like, man, this shit sucks. I thought y'all had a food. Y'all are boring.
God. Look at this. I come in, y'all niggas are broke. I ain't got nothing going on for y'all. God, man. It's literally the damn bitch you live like this as soon as Blackbeard shows up. Like, this is lies, bro. Hold on. I was told I'd be living lavish.
I need y'all to look me in my eyes and understand I mean it when I say that this place smells worse. And I'm the captain of the Blackbeard crew.
Hell no, man. Y'all ain't got no cherry pie, no nothing.
Yeah. We smell like curdled booze. Yeah, I said it. Curdled. And y'all stink.
Smell like, bro. Get out of here. Yeah, nah.
What, did they barricade the showers too?
Y'all lose water up here?
It's not a very good Blackbeard impression. Yeah, ha ha ha.
Whoa! Is that you?
Holy shit, it's him.
It's me, Blackbeard. I need your help to overthrow the world government. Quick, send me the numbers on the back of your credit card.
Send in your social security as well. Why not?
Yeah, it's the key to the Pluto.
Pluto. Yeah, it's true. It's the key to Metal Gear. Send it in.
Yeah, the Metal Gear Neptune.
Yes. Metal Gear Pluton. We need it. Please. Thank you. Yeah, this chapter was very, very good. I think I've exhausted all my dialogue options for it, though. Do we want to move on to our next chapter? You guys got anything else you'd like to say?
I could keep doing a shady Blackbeard impression for much longer. Just know that I'm sparing you all. That's a choice.
Free my girl Ulti. She did nothing wrong. Well, she did some stuff wrong, but we'll worry about it.
She honestly did a lot of stuff we didn't see, but like, you know, let her go.
Let her go.
Yeah, let her go.
That's all I have to say.
Personally, okay. I would free her. I don't think she deserves to be like stabbed to death. But also,
forever.
It's like, yeah. Also, it's like, I don't know. She's like innocent, you know.
Hell no, she's not.
She can get stabbed, just not to death, you know.
Yeah, not to death.
Right,
like,
man.
come on.
Kaido is gonna step back in and save her. It's okay.
I think it's very comedic that she's strapped to a fucking wheel and having knives thrown at her, and she's just threatening him, if you do anything to page one, I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah. Don't touch Pepe, man. Don't touch him.
Well, it'd be really funny if we cut to page one and he just has like 10 knives stuck in his fucking.
Oh shit!
No, he'll be fine because just like Drill, like his hat or helmet will protect him, so he'll be fine.
You're right.
Oh shit! Hey man, that's just how it is. That's just how it is. But yeah, good chapter. Good chapter. You guys ready to move on to our next one?
Yes.
Yeah.
What's next?
I'm gonna head out because I have not read any of the other
Fair.
chapters.
Yeah, fair. Sounds good. Take care, brother.
So I will talk to y'all later. Have fun. See ya.
Bye. Okay, so Chainsaw Man chapter 193. Fellas, how are we feeling about this one?
We didn't get to talk about this chapter last week.
Correct.
Obviously. I'm gonna just say it. I like this chapter.
No, controversial opinion.
Boo. Boo.
Damn.
You said something. Boo.
I do that.
You
from time to
expressed
time.
an opinion. Boo.
Oh, fuck you. Yeah. I am coming around more to it. I reread it again this morning. Opening up the discussion here and open the discussion to you all as well, chat. I am wondering, is the point of Denji to just never get better? Because I was thinking about this, and I think throughout the story where we've had these different people like in the shadows, working behind the scenes, and they've been trying to make Denji suffer as much as they possibly can for their own benefit. I think that in contrast to Yoru just straight up saying, nigga, I like seeing you suffer, bro. I like it when you bawl your eyes out. That shit's awesome. It gives me purpose. Just some very toxic shit. And Denji's response to that still being happy because someone likes him. I'm wondering if it's just his point to just forever be stuck like this. And I don't think it's like an entirely awful thing if that happens. I will be a little disappointed just because I wanted to see Denji get past this, but I don't think the concept in itself is a bad thing, because this could be a cautionary tale of like not having a proper support system, because every time this nigga gets a support system that like functions, it's either really bad or they die. So like it could be something like that, where Denji on his own, he can't really do any of this by himself. And so it's important to have these people around him to uplift him and pick him up. And maybe that's what leads him to, maybe Asa and, becoming more of that for him. But even if that doesn't happen, I'm just wondering, maybe I was just expecting things all wrong for this character.
I think this is how I see what's happening, because I think a lot of there's been a weird interplay between the story and the fan base, where I'm not sure if the fault is on us or if it's on him for some of this, to be honest, because I think in hindsight, I was being a little silly at times. For example, hey, there are moments where I will think like, hey, he should really stand up for himself here. And then I think about it more, weeks after the fact. Man, he's kind of lost everything, actually. And has the worst life possible. And I'm not sure if that's my fault for not realizing that, or Fujimoto's fault for not really communicating his mindset well enough. I think there's definitely an argument to be made either way, because there are a lot of moments where he's had these opportunities to step up for himself, and we as a community would be like, hell yeah, it's time. And then it doesn't happen, and we get disappointed. And in hindsight, realistically, it doesn't make any sense because of how beaten down. I mean, his house, his pets, his sister, the person he's been taking care of, gone in the same day. Lost absolutely everything. And now he's in this situation that feels very realistic for someone who has gone through the things he's gone through, where he already had basically zero self-esteem and any sense of self-worth, to the point where he's willing to accept the affection of someone, even if their affection is dependent on his suffering, because it's at least affection with suffering, not just suffering.
I think it's just that too, and just like a story of people who have been abused, like in relationships, because it's something that a lot of people, there have been people who have spoken out about this sort of thing, and like you feel like you're obviously hurt by the person you're with, but you feel like you're like they're the only ones who give you purpose. And I think Denji is feeling a similar way here, where it's like, yeah, he's, like you said, he's suffering, but like someone out there still cares for him. And the thought of going out there and trying to find somebody else is very scary, because he realized there's probably not anyone else. Yeah, bro, load up the dating apps, bro. It's cool. Get him on a 20-to-1.
You gotta meet just a normal white woman.
Damn.
We gotta get you out of the trenches. You gotta stop beating devil.
I think this, because a lot of people have been comparing this moment with the Makima moment in part 1.
Which
and I
get
feels
like a direct one-to-one callback.
It is. And I think that's the point, though, is it's sort of a contrast. You know, what led to these moments and how they're being handled are so different. Whereas Makima's entire style has been giving him the things he wants and goading him on further, baiting him with these things, and then tearing him down at the end. Whereas, you know, that's control. Whereas here, it's a lot more of a warlike approach, where essentially he has had everything taken from him and is basically offering him the one thing he wants now that he's lost everything. It's a very different approach to how they're handling these situations. And I think that's the point.
War loves miserable men, bro. That's just real. That's just fucking real.
You can read a lot into the fact that this is the war devil doing this. Like, there's it's so on the nose, it's hard to call it symbolism. Like, like, just listen to the song, you know?
Yeah, right. Like, it's very like, oh man, your life's going to hell. You trying to join the army, brother? I'm trying to live out your dream. We can get you that dream, man. You know, a lot of people, I mean, to this day, man, like, boy, you wanna live out the American dream? Join the army, man. Hell yeah, we'll pay off your student loans. Hell yeah, we'll do all this extra shit. But when we call for you, nigga, you better be there. So it's also very on the nose for that.
You could read into it where it's like with the Makima situation, right? It was originally there's specifically about sex, right? Because with the Makima situation, he wanted to have sex with her. And eventually, though, that changed. You know, the way he viewed her changed a lot over the course of part 1, where it started to be, it was a lot less sexual and more where he just wanted her love and affection.
Denji a lot of people have pointed out Makima. Yeah.
A lot of people have pointed out, like, it was less he saw her in a romantic light, and some people view it more that he saw her in a motherly light, which I do agree to an extent. The difference here is there's none of that need. Everything about this situation is purely physical, because that's all, like, war can offer.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, it's physical violence and sex in the form of physical violence. Sex is no. War is a horrid thing. The things that happen during war is unspeakable, honestly. And it's like this. It's. I think it's a really interesting. I think this is a really interesting chapter because it builds on a lot of what's happened, and I think a lot of people don't like it because Fujimoto's kind of mishandled some things in a way that have it's conditioned people to react poorly to certain subject matter because of how he's handled Denji's like building trauma over the course of part 2. That when such stuff like this comes up, people are like, oh my god, it's this again. When it's like, no, this stuff wasn't the problem. The problem was the bait and switch. The problem was we would touch on these topics and then sweep them under the rug with a gag or a bigger plot point coming up.
Yeah.
Now that something's interesting, this is what we've been asking for. Like, interesting shit to happen with it. That's the point. So, I like this chapter a lot.
I was going to say, well, first let me read these 2 comments. Shout out to Joseph with the 10 saying, Yoru does not have the capacity to manipulate like Makima. Denji is just so in the trenches that he doesn't care. I hope Fujimoto is cooking something with Asa because of this. I hope so too, and we'll get into that.
Yeah. I'm not saying like,
absolutely.
You know, Yoru is a manipulator, by the way. It's like, that is the point though. Like, she's not.
Yeah.
That is what war does. It takes everything from you.
Yeah. Now, Sailor, as a man of culture, I have a very important question for you. Yoru, Fami, or Makima, who are you introducing to your parents? Makima, and I'm not even blinking twice about it. Are you kidding me? What the fuck? Bro, Yoru,
he has the capacity to pretend to be normal.
Exactly. Like Makima is like a functioning person. Fami is just going to be eating shit with her hands. Where you're just going to
allow me to remember.
No matter what. But, like, there's an act, at least.
Yeah.
Allow me to remind everyone, Sailor status of, I think, years at this point, just made a contract with the Makima fart in my mouth devil.
Yeah.
I see that, like, almost every day.
Every single day.
It doesn't faze me anymore. That's the
whiplash
problem.
from it.
That's the problem.
It should phase me. Do you realize that? That should phase me now.
We aren't phased. I
don't
How
know.
would it phase you?
I'm not like, oh my goodness, he said the word, the fart in my mouth word. I'm just thinking, now how is she gonna fart in your mouth?
Bro, listen, we can get into the hashtag real
I don't
conversations another time.
I
No, thank you.
But listen, man, yeah, at least like Makima can pretend to be like a regular fucking person. Like she's a functioning. Who do you? Well, no, listen, man, no. Listen, man. I am like Makima. She's like, oh, she has a good job. You know, she's taking care of herself. Blah blah blah. Smells nice. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? Yoru, I bring her home. She's fucking kicking her feet up on the table, saying shit to my mom. Yo, that's my mother, nigga. You gonna settle down. Fami, she's gonna have like she's gonna be fucking double fisting everything in our fridge. Like, no.
Have some more?
Yeah. Like, no, bro. Get that shit out of here, man. I can't introduce you to my family, man. Y'all are doing too much. Makima, nice, cordial, all good, man. All good.
Unlike you.
What? Bro, no.
Now, son, we don't have a problem with your girlfriend. We are just curious why she's sitting on your face.
Listen, man.
Be ready.
Listen, man. Don't hate the hustle. You know what I'm saying? Don't hate the hustle.
We had Chipotle earlier. She could go at any minute.
Hey, man. I'll have what she's having.
I don't like.
Oops.
I'll have what she's having, just not in the way y'all thought, man. Just not in the way y'all
Jesus
thought.
fucking Christ.
Oh, you get to say something bad, but I can't.
Well, look, when I said that, I didn't know I was going to say that either. It was just as much a surprise. It was probably more of a surprise to me than it was to you.
Hey, man, it's cool. But yeah, I was gonna talk about Fujimoto, in my opinion, not really handling things as, I guess, as well as I would like them personally. Just because in part 1, again, there was so much between the relationship of Makima and Denji that I just loved seeing these two talk on screen. It was so interesting to see, like, how like Makima obviously being so much smarter and being aware of so much, whereas Denji very hard on his sleeve kind of guy and just doing whatever Makima needed him to do. And as the story progresses, we learn more of these things about Makima and how they could potentially affect Denji. It was a very, very interesting game. But whereas in part 2, Asa and Yoru and Denji, their relationship is so different in the sense that they really don't know that much about each other, which does flow into like what we were talking about earlier with like, oh yeah, like Yoru manipulating Denji, you know, and all this other stuff here. But in the grander context of the story, it can just feel a little unfulfilling for me, or I guess unsatisfying is the proper term, because I was like, oh man, now I'm so excited to see these two characters like actually talk, and then like they don't really get that. We kind of speed blitz past that, and now here we are back with a similar thing again, and I feel like I can't really appreciate this as a callback because I feel like this callback hasn't really been earned. I feel like this callback is just like a member berry. And it's like, yes, I remember part 1. I think it's very good. But at the same time, it's just reminding me how inferior Yoru and Denji's relationship is. I think that if we do get this moment with Denji where we can actually sit with him and we can start to process these things, I think it would be very interesting. I think part 1 did a really good job at this, where we would get moments with Denji where he would think, like he would start thinking about the things happening around him, and then he goes, fuck it, I don't need to think about that anymore. Or like Makima would be like, you want to go on a date? He's like, yeah, obviously. Like he just stops thinking about like all that bad stuff that's happening to him until it got to the end of the series, and now he has no choice but to think about all of the horrible stuff that has happened to him because it's affected him on such a personal level. Like he killed Aki, and that's when he went to Makima and said, listen, this is the first time I've had to process emotions. This shit sucks. I don't want to do it anymore. I want to be your dog. And that had chapters upon chapters upon chapters of build. Whereas here with Yoru and Denji, it's like Yoru's like, oh, be my dog again, blah, blah, blah. And it's just like, like I'm just not, I don't feel that same, I don't feel that same, I guess chemistry is a weird and fucked up way of putting whatever Makima and Denji had, but chemistry between Denji and Yoru, it can just feel like aimless with Denji at times.
I do feel, because again, I think there is a fine line between that's kind of the point and this is poorly executed, because I do think on some level that is kind of the point. Again, like another contrast between how Yoru and Makima have handled things, because there's a whole scene in part 1 where Makima is like, yeah, you know, these sort of things are better with someone that you're close to and know better. And like that's how she baits him, is with these like promises of affection, getting close to him, all these sorts of things. Whereas none of that, I think it is kind of the point that none of these things are present with Yoru. You know, it is just a very raw physicality to it. There's nothing.
Well, I think there is actually. I would argue against that because Asa, Yoru says like, hey, Asa likes you and I like you. And for Denji, that's like enough.
It is. That's what I'm saying though, is like, that is enough. That's all. He is so beaten down that he's willing to accept the bare minimum, where it's like, yeah, you know, she likes you. It's like his feelings are not really, he's not taking into account his own feelings or whether he likes someone. He's just chasing being liked.
Okay.
That's, you know, like,
okay.
There is not really a deep connection between him and Asa. It's just, he doesn't even know her that well, you know?
Yeah, and I think that also, like, I think it can be, like that's the key difference, but that's also just like a reason why I'm just not really that big of a fan of this.
Yeah, you can be
I
less
mean
of a fan of that
that's
kind of
completely
dynamic.
fair because I can go on. It's like it's the point. It's like it is less personal. It is a lot more violent. It is a lot more upfront, and that is just less interesting than Makima. Than like what Makima is able to do as a character for the story. Makima is a fucking incredible villain.
She's amazing.
Like,
yeah.
The way she has both shaped the narrative and continued to haunt it after the fact is incredible. And I think there are very few antagonists who have been able to be so effective and so interesting in shonen.
Especially in just like a 97 chapter run.
In a 97 chapter run. Insane.
Yeah.
And I think most things are going to fall short of that. I don't think anything that Fujimoto could have done with the other horsemen was going to stand up to what he accomplished with part 1. And I think that's notable because Makima is like the main thing of part 1, whereas here we're getting all these other primal fears. We're getting Fami is there eating, I guess. It's a lot less focused. So it's like I don't even think he's trying to make her comparable in that way. She is just so different.
Yeah. I think I would like it more if there was just like if we got more Denji, funnily enough.
I 100%.
Because like I'm really hoping that this is the time, like I said, where okay, we can actually sit with Denji and his feelings and we start to see him develop or like even just begin to process what is happening to him and his emotions at this current state. But every single time we're about to have that moment, the story just goes, come on, you don't want to focus on that.
Exactly. And that has been so frustrating. I think that frustration has really contributed to just the warped perception of what was happening in the series as it went on. Because honestly, in hindsight, this chapter feels so obvious, but it still surprised me. You know?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And, I don't know. I will say, one thing I think he did accomplish very well, I think he did a very good job of making Yoru as equally despicable as Makima. I mean, just the visceral hatred for this character I have seen online. Goddamn,
my girl.
Yeah.
Yay.
And again, I don't want to like shy away from this, or I guess like ignore it. Asa. Like, Denji is not the only victim right now.
Oh, absolutely not. Nope.
This is horrible what is happening to Asa right now.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
And I think that really contributes to how he's made Yoru so hateable as a villain, is that it's not only what she's done to Denji, but also how she's co-opted just another innocent person into the whole situation.
Yeah.
Who really did nothing wrong, by the way. Like, did not even stumble into the plot. Literally died and got taken over for it. Like,
yeah. For just wanting to live. Yeah. She was murdered and then had this happen for just wanting to live.
For the crime of being a girl fail. Like, can we say that is a worthy, a worthwhile punishment?
Girl
versus
fail
just
and
simple
fan
transgression?
I will say, I think there's a lot of moments I find frustrating in part 2, but I think a lot of the broad strokes are really interesting and on an emotional level, really well handled. But God, is it frustrating on a weekly basis. It doesn't, none of this takes away from the absolute horrible pacing we had before, like, the aging devil stuff happened. Like, oh my goodness.
I think that's how it is. And maybe, like, later on, because I'm bound to binge read part 2 again.
Oh yeah, I'm curious how this is gonna be on a binge.
Yeah, because on a binge it was definitely a better experience. But man, reading it weekly where it's just like this just feels aimless. Like, what are we even doing? There's so many chapters where it's like, what's what is happening here? What are we cooking?
What did that do? What was the point?
Yeah, what was the point of that? And it's just, man, it is hard to keep huffing copium when we're on like 2 or 3 years of part 2 now, and it's just like, fuck, man.
Over like 100 chapters.
You want to talk about the King of the Fell for It awards, bro? That's Chainsaw Man fans, man. Holy shit, man. It's rough. We are 96 chapters into part 2. Next chapter is 97. Jesus Christ. Wow.
Awesome.
Wow, man. That is
cool. You didn't have to tell us that.
yikes. That is wow. Like, just obviously I wasn't expecting. I mean, I made a whole fucking video talking about like, hey, you should like Chainsaw Man Part 2 or dislike Chainsaw Man Part 2 for what it isn't, or for what it is, not for what it isn't. But like, man, that just made me think of like, wow, part 1 accomplished so much more. Like there was so much more feeling.
It literally did its entire story within that. Amount of time.
And like part 2, obviously I don't need it to be the same thing. But like I'm fine with a slow burn. I'm fine with slowing the pace down. I mean, I'm a One Piece stan. I am so used to getting reveals and shit like years later. Like that doesn't bug me. It's fine. But man, let me enjoy the ride, man. There are so many times throughout the weekly experience where I'm just like, that was a chapter. All right. You know, like
they sure said some things.
Yeah, that we said some things here. Yeah, I personally would just I feel like this idea could be better executed if we got more emphasis on Denji throughout part 2 instead of just like Yoru stepping past a lot of shit, or the implications of something happening, or playing off his regression as a gag or something like that. Just the overall handling of his character. I feel like it definitely, even if I would have came in and I was just like, man, fuck, bro, why is Denji doing this? This is annoying. I could at least go, all right, well, I guess I get it. You know, like I get it, but I don't really like it. Whereas this one is just kind of just like, I think I get it. I hope I hope I hope I am understanding, and I hope, because man, dude, after the rug has been pulled out from underneath me for the 10th time, you start having conversations with yourself, man. You're like, damn, is Denji really washed?
I'm starting to think I need a new rug.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's way too damn pullable.
This thing is way too pullable, man. Yeah.
I gotta staple this thing to the floor.
Glue this shit on there, man. I need this.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Shout out to Joseph Johnson for the 5, saying that's my big criticism with part 2. A lot of shit happens, but it's really unfocused. I don't know what's going to happen, but that's not a compliment. Yeah, I think part 1 is just like, everyone in the community, we'd read a Chainsaw Man chapter, we'd sit at the table and we'd go, okay, what the fuck was that? And we'd go, we don't know, but that shit ruled. Like that, that felt like the weekly experience every time. And you know, maybe someone from this corner or that corner is just like, oh, this ties back to like chapter 23 where blah, blah, blah. And it's like, oh, we didn't even think about that, you know, and like back and forth and all that good stuff. Whereas now we sit at the table and we're just like,
all right, was this a good chapter, fellas?
Yeah. Fellas, was this good?
We gotta decide.
Is it over?
Yeah. Is it truly over? Yeah.
Show of hands, are we washed?
Yeah. Is it
Brock,
over for us?
are we
man?
pussies? No. We're just different. We don't get women, and we don't win stuff.
Yeah, nah, man. Every week we gotta come together and just go like, oh yeah, that was something. Anyway, yeah. So I am hoping that this is setting up for more stuff, but I also would not be surprised if it's like, all right, we're barreling towards the end. Let's go.
Yeah, here's the thing. A lot of my goodwill that I've given this chapter will be gone if it just fucking does other things after.
Yeah.
Like if it does not focus on this, it's over. But
yeah,
I am going.
Our faith is
This
very
was a
conditional.
good fucking chapter.
yeah.
This was a good chapter.
I am
Anyway.
going to hold on to my faith, but if nothing happens again, listen, chat, I have a closet full of Fell Forward awards because I read part 2 of Chainsaw Man. If I have to add another award to that pile, I think I'm officially off the
Another
ride.
trophy on the shelf.
Yeah. I think I'm officially off the ride at this point, at least for right now. I'll be like, you know what? I'll obviously keep reading it for the podcast, but like, I will just try to hold out. I will try to hold out until it's over and then reread it to see if maybe my mind changes. But like, I will be so down on Chainsaw Man if nothing happens, man. Please, bro. I don't want to come up here and say this chapter fucking sucked. Please, bro.
Right.
I want to come up here and be like, this chapter rules, man. Because, don't get me wrong. It's fun to rant and rave. It's cool, man.
But I like reading good manga.
Exactly. Like, I like reading good manga, man. I like
big fan, actually.
Yeah, big fan of good manga. Yeah. I like coming up here and being like, damn, this was really good, man. I really like this. This is a nice chapter. And not just like, oh, this shit was ass all the time, So I am holding out hope. We will see in the next 2 days where we go from here. Obviously, that's not going to be the end all be all. I'm going to hold out my hope for longer than that because it's just a chapter.
I mean, that's how it is. But
absolutely, yeah. But man, we get later into this year and we're still. I think it might be time for conversations, though. But until then, this was a solid chapter. This was solid.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you guys want to say on it, or are we ready to move on to Kagurabachi?
I'm so ready to go to Kagurabachi, man. I have so much to say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Okay, so let's move on then. We got a double chapter special here. We have Kagurabachi Chapters 68 and 69 since we missed last week. Fellas, how are we feeling about these?
I think we should talk about them separately because they're very different.
Okay.
Like they just have so much different stuff.
I'll just say this: it's like 68, it was really good, but 69. I gotta talk about 69.
No, there's actually people have been talking about it. There's some cool foreshadowing actually.
Am I insane? I could have swore we talked about 68.
No, we did not.
No, we weren't here last week.
Yeah, we weren't here last week.
Wow.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, no. Maybe we talked about it in chat, but here on stream, nope.
That's probably it then. Yeah.
Something, never a bad one. Something.
Something. 68, 69, not a bad chapter. Let's keep going to 70, baby.
All right. So, fellas.
What do you want to start with?
Really cool.
Yeah, he's
68.
really sick.
Yeah, here he goes, fucking baller.
He's really sick, man. I love that immediately we get like the thing behind his sword. Like we just see like, oh no, he really is just like, he is a student of freedom. He's so sick with it. The way he's able to just handle swords differently than everyone else, mixed with his speed and his combat capabilities, that makes him a fucking monster. Like I love that. Love it.
Yeah.
I love too how different it is from Chihiro. Whereas it's like I thought it was gonna be a parallel where he wasn't gonna just beat this guy. He was gonna steal his sword technique.
Yep.
He didn't. He didn't even care about it. He just killed him with his own off the cuff thing. And that is so cool.
Yeah, man. Because now you have Chihiro who is like set in this style, whereas like Hirohiko's just going. Hirohiko is literally just fuck it, we ball. Like, and that rules.
The way Hirohiko fights kind of reminds me of stick with me here. Kind of like General Grievous from the the 2003 Clone Wars, where it's like his gimmick is that like in a sense he is just kind of flailing around the lightsabers, but because like he has like 4 fucking arms, you just can't help but just get overwhelmed no matter what, even if he is ultimately just kind of flailing them around. And Hirohiko obviously does have more finesse with that sort of stuff, but at the same time, even he knows just like, I'm just swinging this shit around, bro. But I'm at least making it look cool.
It's like playing a fighting game against someone who doesn't really know what they're doing. Because, like, you could think, like, oh, they have this option here, they have this option here. They're clearly going to press this button. And then they press something completely different. And you're just like, what the fuck? Why would you press that?
It's
You're just like, I
oh my
don't
god,
know. Like,
he's got to go for the 50-50 mix-up. Dust? What the fuck?
yeah, what? Dust? What are you talking about?
Jigga?
Fucking
Can you
dust?
imagine
What do you
somebody?
mean?
Can you imagine that, Jigga? Can you
He's
imagine
mastered the art
somebody
of
who has
button
no
mashing.
idea, who has no idea what they're doing, just mashing?
Yeah, it's called you.
What?
It's called me
It's
playing
you.
Shrives 3v3.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Bro, yeah, no, it's like literally like it's like, okay, surely from this range they won't just randomly just wake up DP and then they do it and it's just like I wasn't okay. Like you
Never match.
you can never read someone like that, man. He's ingovernable. Los
That's how I do,
ingobernable. Yes.
It's like playing against my friends because they're also getting into Guilty Gear, and then like my friend Nick, he's actually pressing the dust button and the roaming cancel, and I'm just never expecting it because I play people against online. They never press those fucking buttons.
Yeah, when you start out, yeah, like Roman canceling is it's good in combos, but I don't know how to use it anywhere else. And even then, they added like Wild Assault, so now it's just like cool. I can just do that. Yeah,
Me spending an hour and a half to do one combo that I'll never actually get to use.
dude, I was messing around with biking. I was kind of feeling the same way, but I got a little, you know, next time we play, I might have a little something. But anyway, yeah, it's really cool just to see Hirohiko style contrast with Chihiro's. I love the random guy just giving that whole flashback of the general manager and being like, you fucking liar, there are geniuses. Like, oh man, that was so sick. That was so cool, man. Especially since they you just see Hirohiko, like not even just see Hirohiko slice him into three, but like you have the build up, just like, yeah, surely that won't happen again, and it didn't. He didn't land one slice, he landed three. So it's like, holy shit, dude. Oh my god. Yeah. Even the start of the fight with Chihiro and Hirohiko, where he's like, yep, I'm gonna take Iori and I'm just gonna fuck with Samura. Well, and he just throws the general manager's head, slices it to get the blood on Chihiro. Fuck you, man. Like, that is an extra fuck you, man. Yeah, get out of here. That's Hirohiko is so cool. I love him. I love him so much. Even him just like barely managing to dodge the purity style, which I thought was sick, like the kill kanji.
Dude, I was gonna bring that up.
Over Chihiro. Oh, that nigga.
I can just imagine that as like an impact frame in the anime.
Yes, bro. Oh
What?
my god, dude. Holy shit. Yeah, it was absolutely insane. Like when he dodges that, he's like, huh. Well, all right. Cool. I didn't know he could do that. All right. We'll load up the clip for the next one. Yeah. Really dope, man. Really dope shit. It kind of brought me back to when fuck. Why am I forgetting her name? Flamebone girl. Why am I forgetting her name?
Been too long. Damn it.
God, it's been so long. This is why she needs to come back, bro. I love her.
It's on the tip of my tongue. What the hell?
Kagurabachi. It starts with an H.
Yeah.
Is it Hiyuki? Hiyuki, I think, right?
Hiyuki.
I'm pretty sure it's
Punch
Hiyuki.
is
Yeah,
bad.
it's Hiyuki. Yeah. Yeah, dude. It kind of reminded me when she first met Chihiro, and Chihiro like swung the blade at her, and she just ate that shit with her forehead because he swung it at her with the back of the sword. She was like, man, fuck out of here. So seeing this where he swings it like full intent, kill kanji activated, and seeing Hirohiko have to just like limbo underneath it in a split second. Nah, man, that shit was icy. I like that a lot. Thank you, chat. Yeah, Hiyuki. The shot of them falling in the elevator is too nice. True.
Oh my god.
That shit was sick. The funniest moment for me was when the injured guy realized his master was a bum. Genuinely, like a Cars movie moment. It's like, I found out my goat was washed. Damn, bro. It's like you're just like, man, I've never been able to beat this guy, and this dude just comes in and wipes the floor with him. He's like, God, I fucking suck. Oh my god. He's playing JP. There's no way he drive rushes Hirohiko victims, probably. Yeah, man. It's like, no way this zoning character rushes in at me. What the fuck?
Oh my god.
No way, bro. Hell no. Yeah. I love that shit, man. I love it. Yeah, just their fight together, their chemistry is goated. I love Chihiro and Hirohiko. They're really cool. I don't have too much. Oh my god, how could I forget? They first fall and Iori's just like, I thought you were gonna take care of me. Ro just pulls up aura farming. He's like, get in. Walks out, takes out everyone in the hallway, walks back in. Nah, he's icy. Nah, he's like that, bro. That shit was so sick.
There's just something about the suits.
There's something about the suits, man. Nah, that shit was really cool. Y'all never said anything but that shot at Chihiro through the peephole. That was like 2 chapters ago, I think.
That
right?
was a couple of chapters ago, and it's
That
one
shit
of
was
the best
sick.
Yeah,
shots
this
I've ever
shit's
seen.
I loved it. Yeah,
What else
Bro,
is there to say?
So, every now and then he does a shot like he just wanted to show us he could.
Yeah, just to show off the creativity. Yeah, just to flex. Yeah, that shit was amazing, dude. I loved that shot. There's so many just like cinematic things in Kagurabachi that are just like, yeah, this is
It was
kinda
built
cool.
to be animated, man.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy.
This is kind of cool. I love the stuff like the dilemma going on with Iori, where essentially the chapter ends, chapter 68, because we'll talk about 69 in a minute. Where it ends with her thinking like, I'm the only one who's been struggling with this hole in my heart. She just thinks that her dad has forgotten her, and that's what made her make that initial decision. She's just like, well, if he moved on, I guess I should too. It's very like, it's like sad and wholesome, because like she's like essentially just following her dad's footsteps. Like, she's looking for guidance on where to go, and even though she doesn't really know her dad like that, she's still like looking to him for answers and like hoping that he like helps her out in this moment of stress. But it's also really sad because it's just like, oh, I guess I'll forget about him too. Fuck it. It's like, oh,
I'll follow my dad's lead. Abandon your family. Abandon my family.
abandon my family. Yeah. It's like, oh, that's so sad, man. Oh my gosh. Yeah. But I thought it was very nice, that contrast with them. But yeah, chapter 68 fucking ruled, dude. I love that shit so much. This is just some like peak Kagurabachi shit. Really cool fights, some nice character moments, aura farming. It's all here, man. It's all here. You guys want to move on to chapter 69, or is there anything else you guys wanted to say about chapter 68?
I mean, there's a lot of stuff we want to say about chapter 69.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's
So-
move on to that, chapter 69.
Before, I kind of just want to skip ahead because someone pointed this out on Twitter about the ending. Because there is a moment, hold on, in chapter 65 where the sword nerd Hishaku, I forget his name, he starts talking about the the EI white purity style, and he's like, ever since it was first brought about by the swordsman Itsuo Shirakai, Seiichi Samura and Yoji Uruha have been the only ones to attain certification. So right there, he's brought up 3 practitioners of it, the only 3 in existence. But if you go to chapter, hold on, 58, in the moment before Uruha and Samura clash, before they clash, it shows a little like a board on the wall where it says EI white purity style. And only 2 of them are like, only 2 of the names underneath that are like visible to
yeah.
be red, and it's Uruha and Samura. The other one is is obviously the guy who invented it that gets named later. And then there's a fourth one that we now know is Samura's daughter.
Oh,
Yeah, and he's right. I'm
okay.
looking at it right now. That's pretty neat.
I did not know that, actually. Let me go look at this.
Yeah, it's chapter 58.
Yeah, chapter
Yeah,
58.
it's like right as soon as they clash.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Okay, so yeah.
It's such a
I
complex
definitely did not
style.
get-
Very
Wow,
few
okay,
can master
yeah, I
it.
see
Although
it.
a teenage girl, you know.
Yeah.
Which
And
I'm
he
not
didn't
actually
know to
against,
name
but
Teenage
her
girl learning about
because-
geometry.
I think that's funny. I also think it's cool. I will admit when I swiped over to the last page, I took my breath away.
Yeah. I figured,
Yeah,
I was
'cause,
like, he
like-
had to have taught her something, so it
Yeah.
makes sense, but I was just so caught off guard that I was just like, what the fuck?
Another
Yeah, no.
cool
That was exactly the
detail
same with me.
that I'm noticing right now. She was clearly directly taught by Samura because she did it with her eyes
Yeah,
closed.
eyes
meaning
closed,
She
yeah, eyes
was
closed.
trained
Yep.
specifically to do it without seeing,
Yep, exactly. Yeah.
which is really cool.
Absolutely fucking nutty. Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that makes this chapter a lot better for me because I just had no idea. I didn't know it was like.
Yeah, like I just thought
Organs
that she
damage.
randomly. You just
Yeah,
got
I
her-
was like,
I
guess you
thought
could
it was
just
gonna
do
be like
that
an
now.
inheritance thing.
Yeah.
Fun
yeah.
fact: when you're the son of a,
He's like-
when you're the son or daughter of a samurai, that you just come with that shit pre-installed.
Genuinely, I thought that's
Right,
what we
no.
were doing, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
No, she is just straight
Yeah,
up a
'cause-
master of it. Like,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Well, hey, now Chihiro has someone to teach him. That's cool, I guess.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Which, that's pretty cool. I do just like the right before that, the panel of the lock shattering, because that's been like
Yeah.
a visual thing.
It's been cracking,
the last
yeah.
several chapters, so it's just I don't know.
Which-
It's a very satisfying moment for that build up.
It's really cool because I think it was a thing that we mentioned before. It's like her memories of her dad didn't seem that great.
Yeah,
Because it was like that time that she made fun of him for being blind on accident, and and when their house got trashed. It's like that's all that we had. But clearly, if he taught her, that means they have way more memories, and now she's fully getting that.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I think that's going to be it's
That's
gonna
gonna
end
make
up.
it
She's
really
probably gonna
hard
remember
for
all
her
the
to
good
give
ones,
that
of
up.
course, where it's like it's
Yeah.
just her training with him.
Yeah, I think she's going to have. It's going to be closer to what Chihiro was talking about, where it's the idea that, good and bad, he wouldn't have traded the time with his father for anything. And I bet whether she knows it or now that she actually does remember everything, is probably going to arrive at something more similar to that.
Yeah.
That idea that, like, even if there were, some rough spots.
Right.
Well, now she's just the embodiment of
Yeah, no.
just like her friend says her, and it's just like, yeah, well, while you were studying English, I was studying the blade.
Yeah. You dorks were in math class. I was learning how to cut people's heads off.
Yeah.
You were
Yeah, no, I am
learning
really
to
glad you guys
multiply.
brought up
I
all
was
this
learning
stuff.
how to divide.
Hell yeah.
You're
like-
damn right. You saying something, Silver?
Yeah, no, because I was just glad that you guys actually brought all this stuff up because, like, obviously I didn't know any of this shit because I thought it was going to be a case where it's like we were joking about it being pre-installed shit, but it's like I thought it was going to be that case, and I'm really just hoping it wasn't. Because, like, I could get by on the rest of the chapter where it's like the friend and trying to go in and try to bring her back because, like, that was a cool thing. Is like,
Oh, I
she's
love
wavering
that.
about
I
whether or not-
fucking love this chapter, by the way. I think that's really good.
By the way,
Like, I
love
was
it.
wavering a bit on. Yeah, because I was wavering a bit on the friend and showing him to try and help out when he's very clearly out of his depth. But, I can appreciate the symbolism, and now I'm looking at it again. The thing that really threw me off about it all was just that last page. But, with the bad context, it does that and make it better. So, it is very glad of me to say that we are on 69 chapters and we have not missed.
True.
Not a single bad one.
This was a
You
close
were
call.
there for
It was a
some-
close call. but
It
Not
was
that
not.
close.
we did not miss.
Fucking,
It really was. It was solid bullseye, honestly.
fucking Ikura really thinks he's him, bro. Holy shit. That nigga wants to be Chihiro so bad. Holy shit. I get it, but like him wiping somebody else's blood on him to look like Chihiro, I'm like, oh nah. This nigga's different, bro. Oh nah.
There's just something's just so funny to me about like just the panel of the point of view from the elevator from both sides, where like you see Chihiro and like the other two with the scar on his face, and it's just like, I wonder how Chihiro truly thinks. Just like, is that what I really look like? Is that what I sounded like to people?
Oh, is that Are you wearing Scarface right now?
Yeah.
No,
What
no,
are
I
you
actually.
doing?
This is actually my blood. Are
Yeah.
you wearing Scarface right now?
Yeah. I feel like I should clarify. It is the dude's blood. I was just making a joke, chat. Please don't
Yeah.
point it out to me. Oh my god. Here comes chat now. Here they
Here we
fucking
go.
come. Here we
They're a few minutes
go.
behind, to be fair.
Yeah, I know. It's just I realized it because I was looking back on the chapter and then I saw it again. I was like, you know, I probably should say that was the joke. Yeah, here it is. Hey, it's okay. But what were you about
So
to say
she's
something?
probably not going back to her normal life.
Oh
after
fuck
this,
no.
right?
No,
yeah,
shit,
well, I
no.
think it's interesting because I think she's going to arrive at pretty much the same, I guess, philosophy as Chihiro of just like she's basically going to be giving up that life specifically to protect it for others.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, yeah. I like how it was her desire to protect that awakened in this chapter. Like her just thinking like I could do something. Like that. Man, it makes a lot of sense too, considering she jumped in and helped him out the first time.
Yeah.
So
So it's always been a part of her. Like, that
exactly.
was
It's been a
unavoidable.
part of her, but like her
I know she
desire
didn't
to
get that from
protect.
Tamara.
Yeah. Her desire to protect coming through and helping him out here again in a big way was really cool. I like that a lot. It was really dope. Really sweet moment here. I was not expecting it at all, but now that like that's such a small panel too. I never would have realized it if it weren't for y'all. I would have been like, what the fuck are we doing? But yeah, that's really cool. I've been noticing little things like that EI thing. The author had been foreshadowing same thing with the lanterns last chapter. We've seen the lanterns before, they just never been explained. Yeah, true. Do we expect Kuguri versus Iori next chapter? Probably. Yeah, I'd say so, because Kuguri is a big sword nut, and him seeing her like do that style again, he's like, no fucking shot. I found two of you bastards. No shot. Yeah. No shot, bro. So I can definitely see it just being a situation. Because right now it's just sword v sword. He doesn't have his enchanted blade currently. So I can definitely see that being the case. I can see that happening, and the rest of the Masumi, they take out all the riffraff in between them. Which, man, god damn it, she's inherited her daddy's squad, man. Fuck. Damn it, man. She's gonna get the fly ass like trench coat. They're gonna get her the suit too. Nah, she's gonna be crazy, chat. She's gonna be so cool.
Hiding on top of a roof while working for a samurai. Why does this feel oddly familiar?
This feels so weird. Yeah. Yeah, no, I love that. I think that's awesome. I'm very excited to see how they, I guess, just move forward now, because this is really cool, man. This is really
We
fucking
proceed.
cool. Yeah, we
Can
proceed.
you imagine the like losing to like, okay, I lost to a blind guy. Yeah, but he's like a blind guy. He's super special. That's like a trope in anime. I get it. This is just a girl closing her eyes. She's horrified.
Yeah.
She has aura farming blindness.
Fucking high Q levels.
My ass.
Yeah, nah, man. That shit is so sick.
Infuriating.
Yeah, and she's gonna inevitably be stronger than Samura, because now she can actually have people like jump in no problem. Because open your eyes, forehead. Like, yeah, just open your eyes. What the fuck? Like, come on, man. Let us help you out. So yeah, I am so looking forward to that, dude. We are getting together a squad here, and I like it. I like it a lot. It's gonna be dope.
Do we think that she'll probably have to face Samura herself
No.
eventually?
No, because he would never fight her.
Yeah, he wouldn't fight her. I think that is strictly like that is Chihiro's fight. I can see them having like a confrontation. I don't see it being a fight though.
Okay.
I could see her.
'Cause, like-
I could see her fighting the dweeb Daku.
Imagine how pissed Hirohito is. He's just like, all right, time for my climactic final battle with Chihiro. Who are you? I'm Samura's daughter, remember? Yeah.
What?
So, like, could you call Chihiro? Nah, you're fighting me. What?
I'm what? Yeah. And this dude, like, Dweeb Shaku Kuguri, he only fought up against a Chihiro who was like, I just saw that shit on TV and did it. like he was just like, he was an imitation. He is legitimately about to fight up against a master of his style. Dude, he is gonna geek out so hard. Dude, he's gonna be like, oh my fucking God. I only read about this style in textbooks, bro. This is sick. This is so cool. Nah, man, if he dies, he's gonna die with like a giant smile on his face, man. He's like, you know what? To be beaten by true fucking swordplay, man. They don't know nothing about that. They don't know nothing about all these kids nowadays. They want to just do their own thing. They don't know nothing about the grit and grind, man. That's how he's gonna go out, man. It's like the sword equivalent of a boomer, man. It's like, y'all are afraid of the grind, man. Y'all don't want to fucking work no more. We were back in the trenches. We were studying shit, killing niggas.
We were back in the trenches.
Because of that damn phone.
We were back in the trenches 3 years ago. We were back in the trenches, man. we were doing some shit, man. We were fucking making plays and we were doing them.
We were back in the trenches, killing an unarmed blacksmith with no sword training.
Yeah, you don't know nothing about backdooring niggas. you don't know nothing
goldfish,
about that.
all right?
Yeah, you don't know about that shit, man. We plotted for weeks, man. We plotted for weeks, and we snuck him, man. We killed him for bus fare, and we walked. Y'all niggas don't want to walk nowhere. Y'all niggas Uber everywhere. y'all don't want to just get on feet and walk. Nah, man.
Killed your daddy for bus fare.
Then we walked, bro. Hey, y'all niggas don't know nothing about that. Fucking foot on ground soldiers. That's what we used to be. This damn country. Now y'all want to drive everywhere. Nah, man. He's probably going to be geeking out so hard when he sees her, like, just pulling out some shit. Dude, and it's going to be even more exciting to see Chihiro pick up on this stuff, too. Because, again, now he has a great teacher. And this could show off a lot of his potential for some stuff. And because we're just currently seeing it with a sword. Bro, if we see, like, that mixed with N10... Sheesh, bro. That's a crazy combo. And on top of that, if Iori kills Dweeb Shaku here, she has an enchanted blade. So I can't use it yet, but you know, she could have one in her possession. That's if he brought it with him, which I'm sure he did because he's a sword nerd. But you know, hey. Opinion on Kagurabachi's Volume 6 cover? I did not see it, actually. Let me look it up.
I sent it to chat.
I'm sure you
Yes,
did, and I just
but I
didn't
have
look
one.
at it. Kagurabachi Volume 6.
Thankfully, you can find the trail due to Chihiro.
Buddy, you reacted to it when I sent it to chat.
Oh, this was... Oh, I thought we got a new
gave
one. I'm
it-
sorry. Yeah, I thought we got another one. I thought we got like a
Okay.
whole new one. My bad. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, I like it. I guess, yeah, because we didn't talk about it like last week on the pod, so that shit felt like 2 years ago now. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, yeah. I like that one. It's a good cover. I think it's really dope.
Mm-hmm.
Is she getting Toby Mune, bro? What makes you think she's not going double fist enchanted blades, bro? She gonna be two sword style, bro. Just you wait.
Huh.
What?
Yeah.
No.
Because like I said, it sound something
Yeah,
weird,
no,
bro.
it's
What the hell?
No, yeah.
No, man, no.
No, I was just
All right, bro. All right, bro. All right, bro. Yeah. You see Iori inheriting Tobi Mune when Samura dies, bro. I mean, she could. She definitely could. I would not be surprised at all if she did do that.
Yeah,
that would make sense. And it should check out because someone's got to get that sword when that guy Uber dies.
Yeah. Bro, I hope she gets it, bro. If one of the other Hishaku members grabs it, wallahi, nigga. Like, that's...
God damn it, Johnny. That's not yours.
Yeah, right? We got to swiper, no swiper that John fast.
Yeah.
We got to take that. We got to take that immediately. Every arc, another enchanted blade dies. Mark my words.
Damn, nah. They're too cool.
Nah, man. Iori's gonna take the sword and just break it over her knee. It's done. It's over.
I like the nuke swords. Come on.
They must die.
I think that the War Criminator's pretty cool.
Yeah. I'm a big
think
fan,
it's
really.
pretty cool. Yeah, no. I
There would be
wouldn't
no
mind at all.
faster way to get me to turn against Iori faster than for her to be like, I think that it's wrong to use the child forsaken. It's like, no, girl, come on.
Let me show you how a real one does it.
Let
Close
me
his
show you
eyes.
the power of a child forsaken. And she fucking just activates her Bankai or something. It's gonna be awesome. Yeah, I fuck with it. Yeah, good chapter.
He is a forsaken child. You know what? That totally checks out.
Yeah,
exactly.
genuine.
Exactly. See?
Takes a real one to use it.
Exactly, bro. That's just gonna fly to her like Mjolnir. That's her sword now. But yeah, good chapters this week, man.
Good shit.
Good shit.
Fucking great chapters.
Hell yeah, man. Can't
And
wait for
I was talking about before. I like the rest of this chapter. You know, I like the whole thing with her friend. And just
Yeah, I like it.
how much that, you know, just like her impact on other people and what that meant to him and how that drove him to do what he did. Like, it's very sweet. It's very wholesome, and I enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah. Just some small stuff. Like I like he's just like, oh, that's Toto. I remember her. I'll follow
Yep.
her, I guess. And he walks and he's like, what the fuck did I get myself into? Oh my god. Oh no, I am so scared. But he muscled up his courage. This dude has surprised me, man. I said it before, but I expected him to run. But he's there.
Yeah.
By the
cool
way,
for,
oh, sorry, go on.
Yeah, it's cool for Iori because it's Chihiro thought she would, you know, keep the seal undone because it would be her way of connecting back with her father.
Yeah.
But she's already made the decision that she's not going to do that. But obviously, she's going to keep the seal undone now because she thinks it's the right thing to do. To use the abilities that she has to protect that ordinary life, even if she can't have it anymore for other people.
Mm-hmm.
And that's neat.
Yeah. Ain't gonna be no way he can run away now, bro. As soon as she steps out of that place, fucking Samura is gonna feel the aura and be like, ah, shit. Aww.
Wait a minute, is that somebody aura farming with their eyes closed? It could only be my daughter.
Yeah.
There's one other person I know that can
I
do
taught her
something.
that technique. Yeah, I'm not actually blind. Samura's not blind. He just pretended because he thought it made him look cool.
Yeah.
Taught it.
You pose for the flick just like this, Iori. He just closes his eyes. That's how you get aura.
That's why you wear the sunglasses, so you can have them open underneath.
Niggas thought I've been blind for years.
Yeah.
These scars and elaborate special effects. Makeup, my friend.
Oh my, that would be such a funny plot twist. He just takes off his glasses. I've always had the vision. Boy, if you don't get your ass out of here, nah, man. But yeah, it's certainly gonna be interesting to see how Iori moves here on out. She seems super cool already, so I'm a big fan. So I'm definitely looking forward to next Sunday to see what she does. Good stuff, man. Hopefully, Chihiro and Hirohiko, we get more stuff on their fight as well, because their fight is so much fun so far. Really good time to be a Kagurabachi fan, man. But hey,
when is it not?
Exactly, man. Exactly.
I will say, so like one last thing. Man, it's just the panels of Chihiro looking over his shoulder with like the coat, what's it called? The collar like popped up and like covering his mouth. Oh my god.
He is like that, bro.
That's what I'm
He
saying.
knows he is, bro.
He's so cool.
He knows he's like that. And bro, literally, this nigga knew he was in an edit because he just flicks him the key. He's like, Chihiro-sama, what is... That's the key. Go take that.
My response to your
Yes.
pledge.
Yes, sir. He runs off. Nah, this nigga knows he's different, bro. If I was here, I'd be like, nigga, who are you? Settle down,
This moment,
bro.
I'll end. You're Chihiro Jr.
Yeah.
You're CJ.
You're CJ.
This is in the middle of a fight too. Like Hirohiko just let him do that. He's like, oh my god, he's so cool.
Gosh, he's so sick with it. He's so tough. Nah, man. That shit was cool. Hirohiko let him get to the top floor because he knew the true aura farmer was up top. He knew. He was like, I understand the agenda, man. I understand it. I get it. It makes sense. But yeah, good stuff this week. Good stuff every week for Kagurabachi. Anyway, let us know what your favorite chapter of the week was. Doesn't have to be anything that we covered here on this podcast. It could be Blue Lock, Blue Box, Kill Blue, Grand Blue, Blue Beetle, fucking Akane Banashi, Ichi the Witch, any other thing that's had Blue Box. I mentioned that already, but like, tell me about it again. I like Blue Box.
Grand Blue Fantasy versus Rising Season Pass 2.
Type shit, fucking, you know, anything else, just let me know. Well, what did Manu say to me before we get out of here? No, you wouldn't, because one look at Chihiro and you would know who he is. You look at Chihiro and you see that he's him. Type shit. True. But anyway, we're getting the F up out of here. Goodbye. Mwah! And good night.